Tauros, buddy. I don't know how to feel about
That's fine.
that.
So I might use Talonflame, Noctowl, Tauros, and Torkoal, and then I'll just and Pikachu. So I need what 6th mon.
Hey, everybody. Hey, look at that. We're actually streaming on time. What is this madness?
Yeah, no, you're always like 5 minutes late.
What is this
No,
madness?
it's,
All right,
it's not
I'm done with
necessarily
Fall
because
Guys.
we're late. It's mostly because of the fact that we tend to have music playing in the background.
Salts. She said, "I'm done with Fall Guys for now. My sodium levels are too high." She turned into her alter ego. She turned into sodium. Well, that's fine. So we're gonna migrate over to the PokePod. So everybody in this chat, get ready. We're gonna raid KG in a few minutes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know when you're ready for them, and I'll pass them on over, and then I will turn off mine and then migrate over.
Yeah, it looks like we're live. Oh, they're raiding.
We're live?
Yeah, we've been live for like a minute or so.
Let's go ahead and raid this boy.
Okay.
And then for that, thank you guys for showing up on this chill stream to catch some Pokemon. So thank you, Nessa, for being with me for most of it. Thank you, Polly, for joining me.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go to the pod.
I'll join.
Over to the pod. I will meet you guys in 5 minutes.
Yay!
Yay!
And now I hear my mutts barking in the background. Ain't that perfect?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Not yet, though.
Oh, not yet. Okay. All right. There's 13 people ready to raid now. Let's get them.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm one of the raids.
Right. Hey. You're right. You raided yourself?
Yeah, right?
All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and save my game and stop my stream.
All right. Congratulations. You just raided yourself.
Yeah. You raided yourself. Is this a raid? Points gun at head. It always has been.
Always has. Oh, God. How's everybody doing, though? Hope you guys are all having a good day so far. I know we tend to, wait 5 minutes before we start talking, but it's actually funny that we're just sort of starting right now in the now.
No, it's on now.
Yeah, except I realize I don't think we're in the right group call per se, but everybody's that's normally in the pod is usually always here anyway. So
I think we got everybody. I know. Let's see. Yeah, and then Evie's in this one, is he? Yeah, we're good.
We pretty much got everybody,
yeah, we're all accounted for, unless some special people wanted to come,
so I know. Like stupid Milotic killed my Raichu. No, sorry.
All right, then. So let me actually get on KG's, and then I'm gonna send the link out to the Twitters.
Oh man,
Twitter.
I'm loving this screenshots I'm getting from this episode. It's actually pretty good. Like, genuinely speaking, I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this one, only because I have a theme that I want to talk about.
Yeah, put it closed up on Sobble, by the way. I didn't notice it until I clicked on the picture itself and made it bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, that Sobble image is gonna give me nightmares, man. Well, not nightmares, but it gives me the giggles.
I got my Milotic.
Good for you, Nessa.
Let's see. I'm gonna take them out. I just randomly joined.
No, I mean, I love how the minute I traded to get my Milotic shows up everywhere now.
KG, I caught up with Snafu today. Poor you. Hey, man. I'm not even a Yui fan like everybody else, but bro, I still felt so bad for her.
I'll probably ask you this. I'm probably gonna ask you later, Tyrone. But
what?
I got a Marvel scale ability.
Oh, I think that's one of its better abilities, actually.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go grab me a drink real quick, so you guys continue to just chit chat with the chat away. Right. I will be back in just a little bit.
Marvel scale or marble scale?
Marvel scale, Marvel.
Okay.
And he has 5 IVs except for defense, but he has no. He has a neutral nature.
A Marvel scale. Okay. Marvel scale boosts his defense if there is a status problem. It's okay. It's all right. It's cool. I think competitive's its better ability though. Because if a stat gets lowered, then its stat goes up.
Yeah, no, because this one is randomly just caught it. I'm like, I'll just catch it.
Yeah, if you for example, if you lower Milotic's speed, its special defense goes up.
Hey, TSS.
All right.
Hello again.
Hey.
There's Polly.
Hello again.
I had a cinnamon roll.
A cinnamon roll.
At home again.
Yep.
With the magic that is The
I
Galaxy
guess while
S10.
this PokePod's happening, I'm gonna do some surprise trade and see if I get lucky.
Go for it. Oh, a dust skull ran into me. That's what happened. Okay.
Oh, there's Zora here. Zora's here today.
Hello, Salt Queen. Welcome to the pod.
Welcome to the pod, Salt.
Hey, Salt.
All right. Let's see. I'll be back.
Mookie.
Wait, Zoro, you mean?
So folks, I will be talking about the whole Galaxy S10 and the Amazon Renewed program next week. So make sure to tune back to that. I will tell you guys, and I'll recommend if you guys should use Amazon Renewed or not. So far, so good. But we'll see after the next week because I just got the Amazon Renewed S10 on Wednesday. So I will give you my full thoughts next week.
Alrighty, I am officially back now. There we go. Alright, so everybody's all good to go then? I assume.
Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty then. So let's just make sure I got me my drink. My mutts, as usual, always be barking in the background because that's what they love to do. But ignore them. They're just having fun in the background. Anyway,
It's been in the jackasses that decide to rev up their fucking ricers to like 10 grand and freaking blow it out outside.
hey, listen, man.
Yeah.
That's just part of the New York lifestyle. We have to just get adjusted to. It's always
Yeah,
been there.
until they crash into the elevated train.
Oh,
And then
that's
then I'll laugh at them when the fire department comes.
Yeah.
This is why New Jersey is superior.
Don't worry about that.
What?
No, New Jersey, you have people doing $1 on the fucking.
That depends on which location in Jersey.
If you have people doing $1 on the fucking Garden State Parkway and New Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess
Yeah.
with that being said, greetings everybody. Welcome again to another exciting edition of the PokePod World Podcast. We didn't actually do an intro for the past couple of minutes because we were just chit-chatting away. But today, folks, we're going to be having a fun chit-chat for tonight, as you can already tell from what we're already talking about at this point. We have, of course, the recent episodes to talk about. We have, of course, the Nindies Direct that just got announced not too long ago, as well as speculating on some things related to gaming because for those who are big Nintendo fans, they might be very excited about some news. For those who are big fans of the franchise for the Xbox series, they might have some disappointing news that we didn't really address as much in the last session. And just in general, we'll see what we can talk about for tonight. So we hope you guys will enjoy. As always, sit back, relax, and let's all have a good time for the night. So yeah,
Let's do it.
it's mainly like it is a lot of Anti-Poke. Well, a very few stuff of Anti-Poke happened this week. However, a lot of things gaming-wise did go down, and I think that's going to be some of the topics we're probably going to be talking about for tonight. So before I get into it, of course, we obviously have to introduce everybody here. We got TSS, we got Tyrone the God 3, we got our buddy Age of Trades as well, and of course we got Nessa to end it off for now anyway. I'm not sure if the others will be hopping into the call soon or whatnot, but right now...
We need our Heracross man.
Yeah, I think Heracross Man right now is busy with his gaming.
He's in a podcast of his own.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, either that or he's probably conked out, and I don't blame him, man.
This will be devoted to our Heracross Man.
Yeah, this session dedicated to Heracross Man.
Because it definitely did Heracross some justice, but we'll get late on to that in the episode.
Yes. So yeah, we have the squad here for tonight, and hopefully we will be able to
sad.
talk about something and what happened there.
I was like, I want to get into a raid, but
That's what we got a show to do.
I know.
But okay, so let's talk about some things that have, gone down within the world of gaming. Obviously one of the biggest things that we're going to be talking about is, without a doubt, the Nindies Direct that's going to be happening in just a couple of hours, actually. I think...
Wait, what? Why is it so late?
Well, I mean by a couple of hours, I mean like half a day from now or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Nintendo tweeted out here saying that the next Indie World... Yeah, Nintendo. I was trying to...
Nintendo 74.
Yeah, I apologize, Nintendo, if there actually exists one. But yeah, it says here, the next Indie World Showcase is headed your way. Tune in on Tuesday, August 18 at around 9 a.m. PT for roughly 20 minutes of information on indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch. sometime
Here we
either
go.
this year or some point onward. Now, of course, we have to obviously talk about some key things that a lot of fans are looking forward to with Indie Showcase. I don't know how many of you guys here in the call are big fan of indie games in general, like keeping on the news.
Here and there, I like some. Obviously, like there was the very easy ones to like Super Meat Boy, and then there was Shovel Knight, and those. And I heard I haven't played Undertale. I want to at some point in my life, but obviously that was big. And
Oh yeah, everyone keeps talking about that one.
the ones that became big, I can see the appeal. Oh, there it is.
There's Tyrone.
Heracross Man.
Heracross Man.
Oh, hi everyone.
How you doing?
I'm very. I felt like I got bombarded and it threw me off. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, we were just talking about you.
What did I do? What did I do this time?
You liked Heracross.
Heracross.
Oh, God.
Haircut.
Heracross.
I feel like this is like.
Heracross.
It's like, how was your Monday? How was your Monday? Oh, I was bombarded by a bunch of people screaming Heracross at me for some reason. Like, I don't understand. I know why. Why, but still. It threw me. I wasn't prepared for it. I guess it's the problem.
Yeah.
Especially because I just finished talking to the guys I was doing the gaming stream stuff with. So I was.
Salt just reminded me of the Breath of the Wild 2 thing. I forgot all about that damn game. I forgot it existed.
Whoops.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's obviously not going to be in the Indies direct of all things. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't be.
No, she put it in the chat.
KG, don't you need to start your thing?
What? No, we
did.
Yeah,
my brain thought.
I know we're not in the right
Tyrone
server.
was streaming.
Yeah, we're
you're
not in the right
server.
stream.
I was streaming.
We are streaming. We're live.
Yeah.
No, I thought.
It doesn't matter what you thought.
Hold up.
Terrell was possessed by Long.
That's why we've been being so nice to you.
I'm so confused. I thought Tyrone was still streaming because I remember seeing him play Pokemon earlier.
Yeah,
Like,
and I migrated over to KGs. It was a pretty smooth transition, all things considered.
Considering you didn't even change areas.
I can see how you got confused.
My brain hurts. I need to go lay down.
It was actually a really smooth transition.
And just like he came in, he left us so quickly.
Indie World.
Indie World. Welcome to Indie World.
Oh shoot! Look, even my Streamlabs chat's not working, and it's working now. Nice.
All right. So obviously the games that got really big that were original ideas. I love seeing stuff like this though because we live in a world with so many like remakes and remasters, and we're not gonna make a new video game. We're just gonna take a video game that exists and make it over again. And it's like, like. The reason we like these games so much is because they were original at one point. Mm-hmm. So if we make more original games, then they'll become the good games that we come to like love. Like Cuphead was just an idea at one point.
It was a vision, and then they just came out of nowhere and made it a thing. And then not only that, announced it for the Nintendo Switch at some point. Alongside with other big hit games, for example, like Ori and the Blind Forest. Yeah,
Ori, Cuphead, Shovel Knight. Who would have thought that Shovel Knight and Cuphead costumes and partners would wind up in Super Smash Brothers? Iconic of a game as that is. Hey, Bits.
Thank you for the bitty bits. Appreciate it.
Rosales. But yeah, so who would have thought that those would have come in just off of original ideas? So I like the fact that indie games are coming out and we're getting a taste of new games. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Rosales' birthday.
Oh, look at that. Happy birthday there, buddy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rosales.
We hope you have
By the way, I just wanted to comment on one of the messages that John Game said. Actually, the reason why Windows 10 is Windows 10 is because of the fact that during development, when Microsoft is trying to use Windows 9, it would mess with old programs that were written for Windows 95 and 98. And when you ran the programs, it thought that some coders coded it to where if you're running a program, it will think that you're running a program in Windows 95 or Windows 98. It will report the program that it's Windows 95 or Windows 98. So you can thank stupid programmers back in the 90s the reason why we had to skip from 9 to 10.
Damn.
Oh, wow. I wonder if it was a similar situation with iPhone because they didn't do a 9 either. They did 8 to 10. Like now you give an explanation.
I haven't actually experienced any of it ever since 7. I just went from 7 to Mac and then from Mac to.
Well, the reasoning behind why Apple skipped 9 was because actually they released it on the 10th anniversary. It was the 10th iPhone. Technically.
Oh, okay. So just
because remember they went from the iPhone to the iPhone 3G, then the iPhone 4, then 4S, 5, 5S, 6, 6S.
Oh yeah, that weird transition thing they kept doing.
Yeah, then they had 7, then they had 8, and then it's like, oh crap, this is the 10th anniversary of iPhone. Okay, we're gonna call it a 10.
Yeah, just straight. No, not the 10. The X.
Yeah, iPhone X, because well, they still call it the iPhone 10. Just like you don't, yeah. just like people don't call OS 10 06 or some shit.
06.
Well, yeah, but the Windows thing was because of bad programmers. The Apple thing was because they decided that they didn't know how to fucking count anymore.
Yeah, they lost count.
They didn't know how to count. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have called it something like the IX, like as Hyperov wrote there, like the 9.
But if they hadn't released the S phones,
then maybe they would have been to 10.
They would have been able to make it a 10 from 8. Yeah.
There's some small video game news I got too, obviously, since a lot of people associate me with this part of that genre or that series, I guess, or franchise.
Which is
Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot because everybody's memeing about the trailer. I don't know if you've seen it, where it's like
Saga Soul.
Before I pass it to you, Tyrone, there are like these hilarious clips on social media right now where they're trying to mimic the trailer. And one of the thing about it was that all they did was they had the character introduction, just have the main character do one jab, and then immediately go into Dragon Ball FighterZ logo, and then it's like coming out.
A new challenger is about to come.
Bam! And challenger right there. And that's it.
Oh, two things about fighters. One, obviously, the big one, Master Roshi, is going to be playable. That's fine. I kind of wish they would.
I hate that they stole movesets from Jackie Chun of all characters.
Yeah,
like, why the hell did they? Yeah, it's like, why would they?
Those two characters are nothing alike. But
so disrespectful, man.
Right, just a shame. But another thing that they did that I'm a little edged out about, they're using Master Roshi from his Dragon Ball Super appearance in the Tournament of Power, which I'm like, ugh. I liked him better in Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball. Now, obviously, they do take some moves that he used from Dragon Ball, like his light attack and things like that. They're taking some moves, but ultimately they're using the Master Roshi that was made an appearance in the Tournament of Power. So we're not going to see buff Roshi unless they make it as a super move, like with Broly. So they're probably not going to do that unless they do a transformation thing. But it's cool to see him. Yeah. And also, in addition to Master Roshi being there, they're doing tournaments. They're doing online tournaments now because of the whole Backstreet Boys concert. So instead of having a meetup area or like Evo like they would have done, they're just having tournaments in different locations. So I think they're doing one in Japan, and then after they're going to do one in Europe, then Canada, then America. So they're just shifting between different countries, and the best of those will compete in the tournament. And they're just doing all of it online and virtually now instead of doing it close up because they can't afford to.
Of course,
right? But those
it's not that they can't afford to; it's just that they just can't.
No, yeah, I mean can't afford to not as financially. I mean health wise, they can't afford it.
Yeah,
they can't risk it.
Can't risk it. That's the right.
Yeah. So
also Anime New York City is gone. So
it was officially confirmed to be at. So that means, from what I was told, if you've bought tickets for this year, they will be transferred for next year. So that's from what I was told about it. I have yet to buy my tickets.
That's according to the that's according to the email. I don't usually buy my ANYC tickets, realistically, any con tickets until like maybe 1 or 2 months before.
Yeah, or at least when the Mega Pass is like at that point where they're gonna sell out, and then I have to like buy that.
Or when they announce when the price is gonna increase, then that's
that too. Yeah, you bring a good point with that there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it is unfortunate because that was really, for me personally, my dive into conventions. I never really had an appreciation for conventions until Anime NYC. And while it is unfortunate that we're not going to be getting it this year, they did announce it will be coming back next year and that there will be some things coming into the mix for the future. We just don't know what's going to be the case for it. We just have to simply wait and see. But it is unfortunate to see this happen. And hopefully, the next year, everything can finally smoothen out and we can all go back to do our daily shenanigans with that stuff.
And, here's some news, just real quick anime news. Polly, I think you actually, it was thanks to you that I remembered this. My Hero Academia's OVA is out, right?
Yeah, I think there's like 2 episodes out right now.
Yeah. So that
what is it based? Is it just like filler stuff or?
Yeah, I think it's in the middle of an arc, probably.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I like when shows branch off.
I don't mind it. I just wasn't overly engaged, considering I've been keeping up with the manga. So
it's just sort of there. Let's put it
they got to do something in their freaking gaps. I don't know why. Maybe
they ain't gotta do a goddamn thing. Tyrone. You ain't their daddy.
Maybe it's just me and maybe it's just the weight. But I don't know. I always feel like My Hero Academia has the longest gaps between seasons.
Well, yeah, because
their gaps are up.
It's because of the movies. So
yeah, they take
the movies
take breaks.
Take it away.
And that even includes animation. That's why season 3 sucks.
Yeah, because
am I wrong though?
They'll be like,
I don't think it sucks.
Well, I mean, it was a massive downgrade from season 2 anyway.
It'll be like, this season's coming out in October of next year, and I'm like, what the fuck, My Hero?
There's a couple of outstanding moments.
Oh yeah, it does, but I'm saying the consistency was not there.
Salt said, season 3 of My Hero was poopy.
See, I'm telling you, even some fans agree with me on that.
We're just walking around just saying poopy.
Yeah. Is that the one we had to wait for 18
language,
months?
Tyrone, Jesus Christ.
Was that the one we had to wait for 18 months?
Yeah, Tyrone.
The one where we had to wait for 18 months, that was so obnoxious.
Yeah, but that you have to do that to maintain quality standards.
Yeah, I know, but Jesus Christ.
Especially because the next
I still haven't finished watching season 3.
She just agreed with you too. Season 4 pulled that stuff, especially with the Miro fight.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that
Mirror fight is the Mirror fight is literally one of the most offensive things to me.
Yeah, at the slideshow.
And considering he doesn't get a fight, he hasn't got. Considering he doesn't get a fight for the rest of that fucking season, let alone in the mangas, his situation. You could have gave his final action sequences some respect.
She called it a PowerPoint presentation.
That is literally what it is. That's what it is. It's a slideshow. They dead ass. It is stupid. It's so stupid what they did to him.
She ain't wrong, so
it was so disappointing.
There's a lot of anime out there where you have sequences where it's like 4 to 7 FPS and what the fuck is this? I mean, you have cartoons from the 1950s that had more fluidity.
Right. What was that one movie we watched? The Studio Ghibli movie that was really
Nazca.
Yeah, Nazca.
Good movie.
That was beautiful. What the fuck?
That was from 1984.
That's a
That's got no business being that good.
Yeah.
But the shade is just quality.
Yeah, all right.
You also got to remember, it's back then anime wasn't as mainstream as it is now, so that means there aren't as much anime thrown out.
Also, that was a movie. That's the other difference.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
But overall, anime, I think.
I mean,
whatever we're in right now for My Hero.
I mean, even from
we'll be on
70s
season
and
5
80s.
next time.
Yeah.
70s and 80s anime. I mean, they still look a lot more fluid than some of the stuff that I've seen.
They put in a lot of work. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some of the stuff is just lazy. I'm not a Naruto fan, but occasionally before waiting for the episode, I would sometimes check out some of the Boruto stuff, and it's God, some of those movements. It's wow.
They butchered the ninja run. Let's just say that they
Well,
heavily
I mean, they
butchered that
had
shit.
like weird.
Jarring, considering they're the ones who made it
some of them-
iconic. That series made it iconic.
Yeah, they
some of
made
them-
it
some of them
iconic
have,
and
like,
then
a
they
weird-
butchered it. I'm like, bro.
Some of them had like a weird camera angle, and then some of them had like maybe 5 FPS panning or some random stuff, and I'm like, wow, I can make better animation on a fucking 486 from 1992.
I thought you were gonna say from like one of those sticky note slideshows that people do back in the day.
I also just hate the reanimated style of Boruto. When they go back and reanimate like old Naruto episode sequences, like the Neji fight or the Gaara stuff, it looks so unnecessarily smooth and clean. It just doesn't feel. I miss the grit that used to be in like old anime animation that doesn't seem to exist anymore.
Oh yeah, I do too. Actually, now that you mentioned it.
Yeah.
There's no like and I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a certain type of like grittiness to this art style that I miss.
I think actually maybe, I mean, I'm not an expert. Maybe I can ask a Sergi or Donnie or something like that. Where maybe they're not willing to do more of like the smear frames, and that's probably why it's not as fluid.
Smears are the thing people need to do nowadays for consistent animation flow. I know it's gonna ruin like the frame to frame thing, but like when you play it all in one time, it's gonna look beautiful.
If you pause anything in mid frame, it looks awkward. So let's not sit here.
Exactly. That's what I'm just saying. You know, it's more so. I think a lot of new studios need to start understanding that smear is just a good thing.
That was one of the reasons I was actually kind of on edge about showing my face a lot of times, because I know people out there in the fucking internet are savages, and they'll pause us mid talking, and it'll be like while we're mid sentence, and we look like we got the derpiest fucking faces on the planet.
No, it's like it looks like you took a hit at a fucking bong or something.
Right.
Like
What the fuck?
What did I come back to?
Yes.
we were talking about like a lot of My Hero and other things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Animation.
We're talking about the animation quality and like the 5 or 8 FPS like fight sequences or movements that don't look that great.
Yeah. But
indie stuff.
do we have anything else? Oh yeah, and we gotta talk about indie stuff.
Well, that was what we had to technically talk about first. But yeah, you know, because the Indies Direct is technically happening tomorrow, so there's the thing about an Indies talk per se is it's difficult because you can't tell if it's gonna be sequels.
We can't say what we're looking forward to because some new shit could happen.
Exactly, it's Indies. It's always usually point to the new titles, you know, but sequels can tend to happen. I mean, it is a possibility to see that sort of thing.
Oh, we're getting Shovel Knight 2. Let's get it.
I mean, I know Yacht Studios was the name of or Yacht Club or something like that.
Yeah, Yacht Club games.
They were working on a 2D platformer as well as a 3D one, although we have little information as to what exactly those titles are. So I'm looking forward to hearing more information about that in the future. I highly doubt it's going to actually be in the event itself tomorrow, but one game in particular that I was super excited to hear about that unfortunately got a trailer today, and it wasn't really a happy trailer. It was a delayed trailer announcement. It was for Sports Story. Now, there is a game that came out on the Nintendo Switch.
Like Golf Story?
Yeah, Golf Story. If you've ever played Golf Story, honestly, it was one of my favorite games of that year. I genuinely liked it. So to hear that the people who worked on Golf Story were going to be making some kind of a new side story focusing on just various sports, that got me excited, and we were supposed to hear more about it at some point in the future. Unfortunately, it was confirmed via the trailer today that it did get announced for a delay, and they also stated that the reason why they're having a delay is because of the fact that they have a lot of things that they, I guess, thought about, and they just kind of want to put it into the game itself. So, I mean, we're getting more content out of it, which makes me very happy. If you've seen the trailer, it's exciting to kind of see about it because they talk about, like, octopus. They talk about, like, all the various sports, like, why are they randomly in the desert and stuff like that. So, you know that there's a lot that's going to be going down in the game. It's just a matter of just wondering when now, because we don't know the release date for this. Just that it's coming out far, far later into the future. But yeah, that was one of the games I was most hyped for the Direct, and now I know it probably won't be there for tomorrow. But you know, there could be some other indies that maybe our fans might be familiar with. You know, Meat Boy. I don't think Meat Boy Forever, whatever it's called, is on the Switch just yet.
No, it's not.
So I mean
No.
that could probably get an announcement tomorrow. I would love to see if they announced the sequel to Ori to be coming to the Switch, because given that they released the first one on the
Wouldn't
Switch.
surprise me if it does get announced.
Yeah, exactly. Given the
Mm.
cross promotion between Microsoft and Nintendo, you want to keep that momentum going. You know, you don't want to kind of see that just sort of
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, considering Nintendo's the one primarily benefiting
Exactly, but I mean, Microsoft is just I guess Microsoft's getting something out of it too. Maybe.
Yeah.
from it. Well, they're getting money. I mean, it's royalties. It's their game technically. Like it's still by their studio. So.
Yeah.
Or they're owned by Microsoft. So like they get money from it. So and I think maybe that's what they care about, not necessarily exclusivity. So
Yeah, they just want to get more people to know and appreciate the franchises that they're kind of creating. Because if they're going to put the games on PC, might as well just go the extra mile and just start shoving the software at other places, you know? So here we are.
Well, of course. Well, of course, that it would also mean they don't have to take too much development time to port it over, because we're talking about x86 versus ARM here. The code has to be portable enough to port
and
over.
given that the other games were portable already, or ported to the Switch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they can do that with the sequels for the games.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of indies. I know a lot for a fact it's mainly going to be on the newer titles. I would love to hear more about that, but unfortunately, though, that's all I can really say, because I have a thing here, like a list of sequels that I would love to see, but I know for a fact it's never going to happen because of how recent this game came out. I'd love to see DLC for Untitled Goose Game. I genuinely love to see that, because that game blew up in popularity. I mean, take the advantage right now, especially with where we're in at this moment. People love a lot of the games, simple games like, you know, Animal Crossing being one of the best sellers of this year because of everything that's been happening. I would love to see Untitled Goose Game get some DLC, and hopefully we get to hear something about that at some point in the future, or maybe a new sequel. I don't know what they'll do, but yeah, that's all I got to say about the indies. If anybody here has anything else that they would like to talk about the indie side of things, go right ahead. You know, unless you don't really have anything for indie talk, because like I mentioned before, it's very difficult to really say.
Now
anything about
I have.
the only thing.
Now,
Well, go ahead.
No, I was about to ask the, you know, because it's a stupid question. So Fall Guys is not an indie game because it's Devolver, right?
It is technically an indie game, but at the same time,
But it's published.
Yeah, it's a
it's
published. Yeah. Now the thing about it is, from what I'm told, is that, and even the studio that themselves came out and said, "Listen, Fall Guys is a game that's still gonna be primarily on PS4 and on PC. However, given the kind of game that Fall Guys is, if they release this, say, like a year later, I don't think the popularity that we're in right now will continue to transfer into the following year. You know, you want to get it in the now, not in the later. So if they, by some miracle, announce it to come to release sometime later this year on the Nintendo Switch, they're going to rake in the money for sure. And I just only hope that Nintendo Switch Online can actually support that said thing, because that's asking for a lot. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
I was gonna say, the only thing I was gonna mention is that the only other game that might be of note or interest to anyone is a Suda 51's games, which would be No More Heroes.
Oh, the third.
There's been a lot of the third game or ports of the first two games, because I've heard a lot of talk and conversation about that as of recently.
Yeah, there was. I think there was a listing for it, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. So, and Suda's weird because it's hard for me to look at Grasshopper as an indie studio, but in some ways it kind of is. And I think, didn't we see?
Wasn't it Travis Strikes Again on an indie showcase at some point?
Yeah. So, like, my thought process is kind of like, well, you could potentially see it show up here.
I think, if anything, what it might be is that they might show off the like remakes or whatever they want to call it, or re-releases of the first two in the showcase, but then they'll say, you know, for maybe Noble Heroes 3, they're going to save it for the direct itself. You know, because you want to have it in one of the bigger presentations and not in the smaller ones.
Right. So that one, that's like the only other game I can think of that of note. Or in the last thing, and I don't think this will be a thing, but I'm gonna throw it out here for the fuck of it, is that you could see a potential indie rep Smash announcement. That's the only thing else I can.
Yeah,
To me,
I'm thinking
that's
that
shooting.
too.
That's a shooting for the moon kind of thing, though.
I think the only one that I feel is gonna only be as an indie rep is one that's already in the game, unfortunately. Shovel Knight. Because Shovel Knight and Nintendo were kind of the thing, back in the Wii
Nah, he
day.
didn't fucking deserve it though. That's my
Yeah.
problem.
I know in particular you want someone like, say, Shantae or Hollow Knight as well, I think would be another great choice. But what do you guys think? Like, if you were to choose an indie rep to say be
Shantae.
represented, who would you want? Shantae?
Shantae. Yeah, that's it for me.
I mean, Shantae deserves it. She's been in the franchise longer than most games out there. In fact, I don't even know why
She's been out
she's
since
still
the Game Boy. She's been out since the Game Boy
Color,
I believe.
Yeah, in the color.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Shantae just had a game earlier this year too.
Yeah.
Uh,
To me, that's the more realistic choice, but we'll see what happens.
It would be crazy though to see an indie rep. I think it's about time to see an indie rep with everything happening right now, with all the Mii costumes having like Sans and Fall Guy, which isn't really an indie, but you get the idea. All these costumes coming from different franchises. It would be nice to just kind of get one of them into a playable character with its own moveset and stuff. And
KG just wants a goose hat on his.
listen, if we get a goose hat, I swear to God, me Gunner or me whatever it's gonna be my new name.
I will chase you down just out of spite. Like just out of spite. Like you don't deserve it.
I deserve this. And on that day, a million goose mains just suddenly spawned on Earth.
Now, if we're gonna do that, bring back the fucking trash dove too while we're at it.
Oh, what was that? No, there was. What was that one game? Oh, Skatebird. Anybody remember that one?
Yeah.
That got delayed, unfortunately. But I would love to hear them talk about it in this indie showcase.
That would be good.
Yes, I loved Skatebird because it's such a funny twist in regards to the skateboard game style, as well as the birds itself. Obviously, you can use the birds and ride them with their skateboards and whatnot. But I just want to hear more about it. Given the craze that's going on right now in the skateboard scene, with the recent announcement of the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remakes, if I'm correct. So I would love to see more information about Skatebird. So fingers crossed for that. But yeah, it's really difficult to talk most about Nindies only because, as we mentioned, a majority of the stuff that we're talking about are games that have already been announced. And Nindies kind of tend to talk about some of the newer titles that haven't been revealed for the first time and kind of make it mind-blowing when they then reveal it in the Direct itself. So it's only going to be a matter of time till we actually hear more information about it. I am just personally excited for that. But aside from that, though, there have been some other speculations going around, and I thought, given that we've been talking about Nindies right now, it only feels appropriate to also talk about Nintendo Directs. Because from what I was told, and this is from some people that they've mentioned before that have pretty much guessed and nailed it in the head in regards to future Nintendo Directs, they've stated that there might potentially be a Nintendo Direct sometime later this month. And I don't know about you guys in regards to that, but do you personally see that happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
The reason why it's even coming up is because recently there was a mentioning that Nintendo's supposed to be holding some type of like meeting, business related meeting in September, but like they've already openly said, oh, there's no new console like variation announcement. So it's like, so what's the business meeting for? The only thing that you would usually do a business meeting for is if you have like new products to discuss. And I would assume in this case, if it's not consoles, it's probably games.
And we do know two things. One, Super Mario's 35th anniversary. That has been on the rumor mill for how many months now? With the whole Super Mario...
Since at least last December?
Yeah, because it was like...
Oh, wow.
It was Super Mario 64 Remake, Mario Sunshine HD, and Galaxy 1, if I'm correct. I don't think Galaxy 2 was included in that. But it's those three games in particular getting the HD treatment.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm excited.
And if they
Super Mario Sunshine.
And I'm going to predict it right now. If it's going to be a Super Mario 64 remake, it's the the people who clean room reverse engineered SM64 is still going to be better.
Dude, did you see the HD Mario thing where they tried to mimic the models of like the poster art for Super Mario 64 and just slap that into the Super Mario 64 coding of the game in PC? It looks clean as hell. I love that design. If they try to go for that approach for the remake of 64, I honestly think they got a winner in their hands. I hope they also try to port in the DS stages that they also had on Super Mario 64 DS. Because those are some fun stages too. I also would love the mini games that were also included in that as well. I mean, nobody can deny those mini games that were in Super Mario 64 were honestly some of the best, like that Luigi poker game that we had there. To name.
I hope they just not make Luigi not playable in this.
But at least real, Tyrone.
Oh, y'all found him. Fuck y'all.
Delete.
Or you have to.
What out of spite they chose not to do it.
Yeah. Y'all want to hack shit, huh?
Can't take your ass nowhere.
No, for real, he's gonna take everything away from us.
Oh, no. Oh, you gotta share me that. You gotta share me that link later because I want to see it now. That what you mentioned about Mario.
Oh yeah, the HD Mario for PC because somebody literally got the code.
I thought you had already shared that. That was. I'm thinking.
No, the L is real one. I already shared a while back.
No, L one, that one I remembered. But yeah, now I don't remember the other one you just mentioned.
Yeah, that was something where somebody just literally got the coding of Super Mario 64 and just had it running on PC. But they went above and beyond.
The product. Yeah, but the real thing is. It took like I don't know. It took like several years, but they actually successfully clean room engineered the Super Mario 64. They did not look at any code. They did not like debug the ROM. They just freaking reverse engineered it.
And that is incredible. That truly is some hard dedication.
And that means Nintendo can't sue them because technically, I mean, the only thing they can't do is release the binaries, but they have the source code, but they reverse engineered it.
Exactly. So I mean,
it has no Nintendo code in there.
Yeah.
And still, though, incredible job to the folks who went out of their way to reverse engineer this shit. It's incredible, man. I really loved it. So also, I just realized Iconoclast is an indie. Oh, is it really now? Okay, so maybe we might hear more about that for tomorrow then. But yeah, for Nintendo Directs, aside from like the Super Mario 64 stuff, as I mentioned before, very excited for that. The other thing that they talked about recently was Skyward Sword. I know many fans are not really big on Skyward Sword in particular because of a particular mechanic in that game and the way you have to play it. Yeah, basically the whole control scheme in itself. Yeah, apparently there has been a listing for Skyward Sword out there. I think they already removed it. And rumors have been going around for the past couple of months. Hell, even back in one of the concerts for The Legend of Zelda, I believe Al Numa actually straight up said, "Would you guys like to see Skyward Sword HD?" Something like around that sort. And since then, we never heard anything about it. So I wouldn't be surprised, I should say, to hear if Skyward Sword would be on Switch. However, my big gimmick about that is like, the reason why it worked on the Wii is because of the motion control. How exactly are you going to transition that to Switch? Because Switch doesn't necessarily have that particular feature, the sensor. You know, it has the
You can still, I mean, no, you can still do it because the Joy-Cons have that have gyros to kind of compensate a little bit for it. The main problem would be is that you'll end up recalibrating more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's because I know some people have talked about the Goo game. I forgot what it was called on.
World of Goo.
Yeah, they talked about it on the Switch, and they said straight up that they tried to play that game, but they had to do a lot of recalibration, like almost every 5-10 minutes, and it frustrates them.
I just want to comment on Saul's comment. Just take out the motion control. Boom, problem solved. She made it sound like it's just as easy as some guy reaching into the fucking computer, grabbing something, throwing it out, and going, "Did it." Skyward Sword's fixed.
To be fair, though, I think that would be good, though. Honestly, just traditional.
Yeah, but then what ends up happening is if you don't have the programmer's mind, what ends up happening is then you have to go through millions of lines of code and make sure that the controls are mapped correctly.
Maybe that's
and then you would have to completely rewrite the engine because the engine is expecting motion control values as opposed to coordinate values on like a analog stick.
Analog stick, yeah.
Yeah. Also, they're I mean, they could still implement like gyro controls, but you still have to have. You can only do like gyro controls, not on the. I think only on the. I mean, you could do it on two out of the three axes. Because technically, unless if you wanted to move your entire handheld Switch, to a point where you can't even see your goddamn screen anymore, they have to set limits. They have to do all that stuff, and it's a pain. I mean, that's what it is. People don't understand how much of a pain in the ass it is to port games. So, because you have to get yourself into the control schemes. And you have to remap them, and that takes and of course the debugging after that, which is the most fun process. Yep. So it's not as like cut and paste because you have to go through millions of lines of code.
Yeah, unfortunately, but like maybe that's the reason why the game has been so delayed since it was announced like a few years back, is because they've been reworking on the code. I know a lot of fans as well have also been kind of hoping to hear more about a Metroid in particular. Specifically from the Prime trilogy, not the fourth game, Prime trilogy, because that was something on the Wii. So they could probably port it to the Switch as well. And I've already heard like from thousands of articles that the game is technically complete. They're just waiting to release it around the same time as when Metroid Prime 4 would release. And honestly, at this point, I just think Metroid Prime 4 would be a official launch title for whatever Nintendo's next console is going to be at this point, because I don't see it coming anytime soon, man. Unfortunate, but they could compensate by just giving us a 2.5D Metroid game on the Switch, like what they did with the Metroid Zero Mission. Was it Zero Mission? What was it? Oh no, Return of Samus.
No, you're talking about Samus Return.
Yeah, that one for the 3DS. Like, imagine if they do something like that for the Switch with like Metroid Fusion. Like a pure-on sequel to the Metroid Fusion game. Like, that would be bonkers, in my opinion. I think that would be mind-blowing in itself. Just a 2.5D Metroid game releasing sometime later this year. Now, that would get fans excited, I think.
Metroid game releasing is exciting for fucking Metroid fans.
Yeah, well, I mean, Metroid fans have gotten a little bit more Metroid games in the more recent times. One in particular wasn't as fantastic as fans would have hoped, and another was a remake.
After that damn whatever the federal.
It's a Federation. Yeah, Federation Force. That
yeah.
Stuff
After that bullshit, Metroid fans deserve more.
The game deserves to be thrown off of a cliff.
No,
the irony is that Federation Force is not a bad game. That's the irony.
It's just that the game came out during a time when there was no Metroid games coming out.
You gotta realize when it comes to things like that, it was all about timing. If you had announced Metroid Prime 4 and then put out Federation Force would not have received the amount of hate that it did. It received that hate because we were waiting for a Metroid game, and that was the first Metroid related thing they gave us, which is a spin-off in a multiplayer game. And it looks nothing like Metroid, and the way they announced it was through that blast ball thing before even announcing that it was a Metroid game. Right. Yeah, like it was just a bad marketing push for it in total. Because Samus Returns was shown, and it was like, holy shit. But see, like, there were just better ways of handling that. And
if they had announced like Return of Samus alongside with Federation Force, I think the wound wouldn't be as big as it is. But because it came out at a time when nobody had any Metroid games prior to that, and the last game you had was Other M, that's not really good at all.
I think Other M is still a decent game.
I do think what Adam here said on the chat, I agree wholeheartedly with Kirby spin-off games. Listen, man, I don't know about you guys, but honestly, the game that has the most lore out of all Nintendo franchises definitely goes to Kirby. But he states about Kirby's spin-off titles that can go more into the lore. I still want to know about that stupid bullshit butterfly lore, man. I played the games and I still know nothing about that dumbass butterfly lore. That to me is the most mind-blowing thing about the Kirby franchise. When a butterfly in a lot of cutscenes are so meaningless, and then they actually make a game about it, and you find out the butterfly is like some kind of demonic thing, and I'm like, what? So... more Kirby spin-off games, I think, would come to the Switch. maybe to the format of like what was it, the Kirby Smash Brothers esque game that they had a while ago.
Oh, it was the Clash. It was the fighting
Yeah.
game.
So that
was on
yeah,
3DS.
something Clash, Super Clash or whatever it was.
Mhm.
Kirby Air Ride they also mentioned as well in the chat.
Love Kirby Air Ride.
A lot of people do. So maybe getting a remake for that would not be so bad at all, you know. I think the Switch's great potential is the fact that remakes are potentially their system seller things for the Switch.
Yeah, but some people argue that's a problem because
That is a problem.
you're using that as a substitute for new games.
That's what. Yep.
That's
And most people would prefer. And realistically, asking you a real question, would you prefer a new game or a remake of an old game? Most people would say they prefer a new game.
Okay.
But if the
That's
development time doesn't take that long, like similar to what happened with the Wind Waker HD, is it really that bad of a thing?
Yeah, because it's being used as a stopgap. It's like, oh, look, we don't really have anything out, so we'll just throw out a bunch of remakes. And then you have cases like real. Let me ask you a question, KG. Do you think you're gonna get a Mario Kart 9 on Switch?
No.
Yeah, why?
Oh.
Why would you think that?
Because it might be a thing.
But why would they put it out considering how well Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold?
Oh.
Now I
There's
see.
no reason to buy. There's no reason to make a new Mario Kart when the old one you put out back in March or so. What was it? April of 2017. Right now is the Switch's best-selling game. It's like 26 million or some shit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
They just
Like,
need to
there's
make
no
DLC
reason.
at that point then.
Right.
Yeah, but see, but the point is, would rather have Mario Kart 9 than DLC for 8?
No, you were just saying if I
Not
would
necessarily.
have it, then yeah, I would take it. But I
No,
do
I'm
understand what you're
saying,
saying
though.
because if they try to
Yeah.
release a Mario Kart 8 with the 9 in the same console in itself, that's gonna throw a lot of people off, you know.
Yeah.
But I think like something
But then
like
again, though,
Mhm.
we've always only had one Mario Kart game
Mario Kart
per
Six.
generation.
Mhm.
I mean, we had let's just put it back. Mario Kart came out on the Super Nintendo. Then we have Mario Kart 64, which came out for the Nintendo 64. Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube.
Mhm.
Mario Kart DS for the DS.
don't forget the
Mario Kart
GBA.
Wii for the Wii.
Yeah, but see,
GBA
those-
too. Yes.
But the
Yes,
difference
circuit.
is the difference is though each of those Mario Kart games were like the only Mario Kart games on their respective systems. The Switch having a pretty much a deluxe version of the Wii U version, and it's selling as well as it is. There's no incentive for Nintendo to be like, well, I'm going to put out the next Mario Kart.
That's probably one of the reasons why they didn't want to do it.
I guess my other question to you then is what are you thinking about the whole Wii U games coming to the Switch then?
I'm like half and half on it. Realistically, I think Nintendo's being fucking lazy and kind of taking advantage of their fans with some of these. I mean, to give an example, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, for example, was $50 when you bought it on Wii U. But for some reason, when it came out on Switch, it was $60. And the only thing they added, it was $60. Yeah, it was $60. And the only thing they added was
Funky
the
mode.
Funky Kong Gone mode, which is essentially just an easy mode for the game. It's not. You don't. If you're a person who plays like normal or like Donkey Kong because it's hard, you will never touch that mode because Funky Kong is just a glorified easy mode.
Yeah, he breaks everything. He doesn't even get hurt by spikes because he puts a surfboard on the floor.
There's no difference to the core game. I don't even remember if it's running at a higher resolution or not.
I think the loading time is like slightly quicker.
Yeah, you get better load times, and if you want to have it on Switch, you have it on Switch.
Well, we're talking about the Switch now. There was an article made by Screen Rant yesterday saying that the Nintendo Switch has surpassed NES lifetime sales.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't.
Yeah, because even I could tell you, when I saw the Wii U, as good as it was, it didn't do as well sale-wise.
13 million units only. That's it.
It didn't do that well. So to hop on what Terrell said, they did that. They're doing these ports right now as a response to its poor sales.
I understand that, but the problem is that a lot of people are having issues with that. Like, think about it. This year, how many new Nintendo games have come out? The only two I can think of is Animal Crossing and Paper Mario. But if you look at the ports we got, I think it was Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Xenoblade, Pikmin got recently announced. I'm missing one. What the fuck was the one that came out? Oh, fucking Pokemon, the fucking Mystery Dungeon remake.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
we've literally we have more remakes of older games than we do new games. and that's the
That's
issue.
a
It's not-
problem.
like I don't want to get it twisted. I don't have an issue with like ports or definitive editions of games. My issue is that Nintendo uses them as a stopgap for
We don't need
instead
to
of
make new shit when we can just remake old shit.
yeah, exactly. You don't get new shit because the old shit's out.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if there's fans that are truly, truly, truly devoted to a certain game, they're gonna find a way to play it regardless.
Now-
Like, they're gonna play it.
You see,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would be fine with that, or I would be a lot more critical in regards to that. However, the only reason why I'm not as critical in regards to the ports, especially for this year, is because of what we're in this year.
Oh well, yeah, because delay
Yeah,
would have been
yeah.
inevitable.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
No, I understand
Because
it.
I
But people,
think Nintendo before stated that they had titles set in motion, but now due to everything happening, what went down is that they pretty much had to cancel everything that they had planned.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but the problem with that logic is, if that's the case, why is it that fucking Mario got announced and released? Paper Mario got announced and released within the course of like 2 months.
because that
Like,
might have
Because
been
they
already
all,
close to
because they
completion.
probably it was probably already close to completion. That's why they released it.
So you're telling me, but the logic is more so that would imply that these ports weren't already in the works. Like Pikmin
Okay.
3,
Yeah, but to
but
be
that's
fair,
not the case because Pikmin 3, for one, is one of those games. Is another one of those Wii U games that use the gamepad and had the map on the screen. So they had
but it
to
was
do
probably
some stuff.
but it was probably already in development at that point, even before all this. It's just that now that they had to backtrack and everything else, they had to move it up because the fact that they didn't have anything else. Because of all
The problem is that it turns into conjecture, and at the end of the day, I guess realistically, and it's not that I'm not trying to cut them any slack for it, because realistically, I understand I think all the gaming companies suffered in some way, shape, or form due to the recent events. But as a consumer, I don't give a fuck about that.
Hi, Mom.
Didn't expect to see that appearance today.
My
got
mother
her paper.
decided to interrupt me. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But yeah, all I'm
I mean-
saying is, as a consumer, you have no reason to care about that.
Like I said, I get Terrell's point where it's like, because that's been annoying to me even before we ran into this. But when we ran into this particular time, I did see a level of reasonability, but the ends still to me don't justify the means of creating a bunch of we're gonna take this time to instead of making new games, we're gonna make games that already exist and remaster. Because hell, because of that logic, I think didn't we get Resident Evil games in like rapid fire?
Yeah.
They were even in E3.
Resident Evil, all the Resident Evil games except for 7 and 8, because 8 isn't out, and 7 I think is a cloud version only in Japan or on Switch.
Right now, short term in the time that we're in right now. Okay, like there's a level, but this is a point that happened long before the events that have taken place. And in addition to all of it, we got this stuff. We're getting this stuff. What did they decide to do? Like, if we as consumers are taking this right now, what is to stop them from doing this like long in the future after this stuff blows over? Like,
unfortunately, it's inevitable.
I was saying, it gives them permission to stop trying as hard.
Right.
Unfortunately, though, it's not just a trend in video games; it's also a trend in Hollywood. So, unfortunately, we're running out of. The problem is, eventually, they're all going to run out of ideas, and eventually, the problem is they also are pressured by their investors.
But most importantly,
I understand that. But realistically, but once again, that's something that we as consumers don't need to.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the problem.
You say about we as consumers, but we as consumers are just as much of a problem as the investors.
Yeah, because they keep buying this shit.
100%. We are buying.
Yeah, like
if you look at
the Lion King recently,
the recent Switch sales, a lot of these ports were doing like 8, 9, 10 million copies,
winning so high.
Yeah, fucking New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe for some reason is at like 9 or 10 million. It's ridiculous. The fact that the Switch's best-selling game is not Breath of the Wild, it's not even Mario Odyssey. It's a fucking port of a game that came out in like 2014. That's insane.
But that just shows you that they made the right decision, and also we failed.
Well, yeah, we condone. And to be fair, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably one of the better ports versus things like
they actually have a battle
2.
mode.
Well, I mean, versus other things like Bayonetta 2 that didn't have any changes.
I didn't know they had any changes in Bayonetta 2.
They didn't. Bayonetta 2, I think it runs at a better frame rate.
Yeah, it's actually consistent.
It runs at a better frame rate, and then you got things like Donkey Kong, where the gameplay is literally the same, and you just added an extra mode that if you don't care, if you're a person who cares about challenge, you're not going to get that. You're not going to, and it's $10 more than what it was when it came out. Fucking, well, fuck, my brain cut off. There's another port. Oh yeah, Pokken, that was the other one.
Yeah, that.
Pokken had the gall to not only get re-released, but then to fucking to add DLC to its re-release, and it was what?
That was ballsy.
And it was like, what in the fuck? You're already charging me $60. Tokyo Mirage Sessions was a similar situation. I low-key was cool with that because I knew that game didn't sell well, and I wanted that game to sell well. And then Atlas did some dumb shit and said, "Oh, we're gonna use the censored version as the basis of the Switch version."
Which pisses me off because that's
so fucking stupid.
Why?
Because you had it, Atlas. You have it. You know what happened? I remember.
And Nintendo wasn't even the one that told them to do it. It was themselves.
Atlas just chose to fucking do it, and it was like, you son of a bitch. You had one job.
That's why it didn't
uncensored Japanese version and sell it to the Americans. That's all you had to do. And they didn't even dub it. So it was like, what the fuck? I hate it.
All right, I
got Session Sport pissed me off.
I got the sales right here in regards to some of the.
And then you had like what? Hyrule Warriors was the other one. Now, granted, I blame Koei Tecmo a little bit more for that one than Nintendo, but Hyrule Warriors. That game got ported twice, by the way. That game.
Oh wow! Well, I just realized you're right. Yeah, it got ported for the 3DS. It got
ported to the 3DS, and then it got ported to the Switch. So imagine being the person who bought it on 3DS only for it to come out on Switch.
I completely forgot about that version.
People won't remember. They
but
started
it
porting
sold,
a
man.
bunch of
That's
shit.
the thing. It sold.
All these fucking games sold.
The game that was released in like 2000. What was it? 2000.
What the original
Hyrule
or
when was Hyrule Warriors?
2014?
2014. A game that got released in 2014 got 2 ports.
And then it came out.
Then Skyrim got ported fucking 750 times.
Well, that was a terrible. That was
I
a
can't
terrible
wait
practice.
for the one
Guess
for
what?
Alexa.
People kept buying that fucking game.
Unfortunately, I'm one of the victims. I have it on my Switch.
Why in the hell? Why?
Because I can bring it on the go, man.
He wants to ride his horse.
That's that shit that gets us fucked up. You know,
convenience.
See, that's my thing. It's kind of like to give you and just to give context to kind of fully illustrate my point. Instead of getting Animal Crossing New Horizons, you just got an HD port of Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Oof, that hurts to hear as an Animal Crossing fan.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making.
But it's not true, though. It still hurts.
Or instead of getting Paper Mario, Paper Mario is a different story because people would prefer the older Paper Mario games.
Yeah, I guess you could say
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Star.
Giving a better example. Instead of Super Mario Odyssey, you just gave me Super Mario Sunshine again. Or fucking... or gave me Super Mario 3D World again.
Okay, that's
which,
a
by the way,
one.
the probably
fans want.
well, the point is, it's funny because I think 3D World's a better game.
I know, but people don't seem to understand.
What are you talking about?
Games.
Video games.
Yeah, we're talking about video games. Or did you hear the conversation, or are you just asking to be funny?
Sunshine is a great game. Sunshine.
Who lied to you?
Well, I mean, I've been resting my eyes for the past hour, but
I like Sunshine, but weirdly, my favorite parts of Sunshine are where you're not using the fucking flood mechanic.
Yeah, the problem is that is the main problem with Sunshine. When Sunshine's best parts are not even the core mechanics of Sunshine, it's like, why the fuck are you playing?
It was like playing Galaxy 0.1.
Whatever. It's still my second favorite game of all time. Okay,
what's your first favorite game of all time?
Super Mario World Forever and Always.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that one.
Oh man, I can't wait for you to just speed run 120 blue coins.
But hey, listen, even with all
96 stars, all exits.
But here's the good news though. With all of this
96
Nintendo internal turmoil, we can still say one thing definitively:
What?
We had more new releases this year exclusively to Switch than Xbox did for the Xbox.
That is true.
No,
That is
don't
true.
hurt my feelings. I wanted Halo.
Everybody, do me a quick chat. Think of one game that was exclusive to Xbox that came out this year. One game.
Okay, back to sleep.
Battletoads? No, wait, that's on
Did
PC.
that come out? Wait, that didn't come out.
No, it's
did
coming
it?
out like next week, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't know that?
Dude, I remember seeing footage of it, and I remember them announcing it, and man, that game just died.
That just gotta bite you.
I didn't see shit of that game for like months, bro.
Yeah, Battletoads
That comes
is
out next week.
Hold on, let me see if it came out already.
I didn't see. Look, you don't even know. You don't even know if it came out.
To be fair, oh no, it comes out August 20th, that's why.
Oh, it
That's
comes
a
out
couple
like
days.
3. Yeah, it comes out like.
days, bro. That's
Yeah,
3
3
days
days.
from that.
See, even KG was wrong. See, that's the problem.
To be
with this
fair,
game.
I didn't have any confirmation. Also, I don't have an Xbox, so that's why I didn't care as much.
Well, I don't either. The irony also is that, as you said before, that's coming out on PC also.
Yeah, so on the Xbox Game Pass as well. So if you have that too.
There is no, in hell, PlayStation only had 2 main games that came out that were exclusive.
Also, Microsoft is also going to be releasing their Microsoft Flight
So
Simulator
is
game.
PlayStation 5. What they at least came out with.
Microsoft Flight Sim is PC. So.
Yeah, because The Last of Us 2 came out.
Yeah, Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. Those were like at least those came out.
Wait a minute,
Xbox
so
didn't
you're
even
telling me
have
PS and Nintendo are literally tied with official?
Yes.
Damn, man.
Which is kind of sad for Nintendo, considering Nintendo's always been known as the company that always puts out the most first-party content.
Oh, and Dream. Wait, no, Dreams came out last year.
Dreams also isn't exclusive, is it?
No, it is exclusive. That's on PS4.
So what? Is it?
I could have sworn that
I
game
didn't
came
know.
out last year, not this year.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Let's find out.
Dreams was a weird game. Also, that was the game that got in trouble for people started making Mario content in Dreams, and Sony was like, "Bro, Nintendo's."
Oh no, it did come out on Valentine's Day. Yeah.
It's best to show how much you love your girlfriend by fucking buying a game that has nothing to do with her.
What if she likes Dreams?
Why have a girlfriend when you can dream it with Dreams?
Oh.
Even the ladies already got it.
Yeah, the ladies were like, "Oh, fuck you, KG's canceled."
I've been canceled.
I'm
That's why my
dreaming-
channel's
I'm-
gone, buddy.
That's why I'm dreaming right now.
She's cocked away right
They
now.
want us
Poor
to
lad.
I'm dreaming of a
They wrote us to get to the episode.
Christmas.
Wismas. It's a
Quick
Wismas.
context, that line said is literally what like 50% of the men in Japan would say. Hence why we have so many waifu pillows and potential AI robots. But that's a whole nother problem.
That's a topic
Whoa.
for another day.
I think that's a great way to transition into the
Oh,
episode.
Oh my god.
Let's go to the
Hey, you want to
episode.
jump into the episode now, knowing we have 1 hour, and you know for a fact we're not going to talk about that anime for 1
We're not
hour?
going to episode for an hour.
Sorry.
I mean, we can, and then if we want to and have time, we could just hop back.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, how did we get here anyway?
I don't know. We
The
missed the
indie-
bus.
Indie Direct. That was how it started.
And then we went straight to anime talk. And then we went back to games.
Episode sucked? No, it did not suck. It
It
was average.
was fine.
was like 7 out of 10.
I would
Oh,
say
really?
this is definitely one of the
Yeah.
weaker episodes, but yet one of the more enjoyable episodes, as dumb as that sounds. If you're a Bug fan, yeah, I think you'll love this episode.
Forward
You
to
like
next week.
bugs.
I don't like this picture of Pincer.
What a
Right,
way
at
to
all,
jump
bro.
into the review for that.
There's certain-
It makes
Just
me
don't.
nervous.
Yeah, they're
Why
just
is he
certain.
nervous?
It looks awkward. That's all.
Whatever.
You can't like.
pretty
There's just no way it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Oh, KG, I'm sorry. This is my last time. This is my
the
last time
QTI.
interrupting. Look at Sabo's face. It looks like that one emoji.
No, it looks at the fucking troll face smile.
Yeah, that's why the emoji troll face smile.
You are.
Poor Sabo.
You don't like cutesy pincer. Sounds like.
No, it's not that I don't. It looked like it was rubbing his nipples. It was weird.
Oh my god.
Who let you out? man.
What laws did we have to break in order to do?
Weirded me out. I'm sorry.
All right, so let's get into the episode review. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the episode Who Wants to Trade Pokemon? I sure as hell don't, but apparently Go does. So Go decides to go somewhere in Vermilion City because there's a trade event going on there.
Now, Go does one thing in this episode that pisses me off, and I'll say it when we get to it.
Trade? I know.
Hey,
No, but
I'm pretty sure.
I guess
I have it.
the only good thing to talk about this episode, if you are a big fan of Kanto, there is a reference that was thrown in this episode.
There is.
Yes.
With ducks, the Farfetch, and then Onichan, I think it was for the Sphero. Which by the way, that scene had me laughing when I saw the grandpa say that.
What?
I don't know why. I thought that scene was actually really cute. But
Yep.
yeah, so
that is an in-game trade.
indeed, it was an in-game trade shown off as a reference here. So I literally liked that moment right there. I thought that was actually pretty well done. And then, of course, we get introduced to the character of the day here in this episode, otherwise known as the Bug Queen. Well, that's how she sees herself anyway, as a Bug Queen. So here we are. We see a trade happening, or at least wanting to happen for Go, that being in regards to a Heracross. And Go doesn't want to give his pincer that he has away. So
That pisses me.
that's where the episode kind of goes into. And I guess now is the perfect opportunity for us to go and talk about that episode. So take it away, guys. What did you think overall about this week's episode of PM 2019? Because
it was fun. I mean,
It was a video game.
well, yeah. I mean, it was a great episode demonstrating the trade mechanic. I did like the fact that they went into the Pokemon Center and they actually showed off, hey, this is how you trade Pokemon, and kind of get everybody excited because hey, you got to reintroduce that mechanic to the game. It's not anything to write home about, but I did like the fact that still, regardless of it being, I don't know, bland on the surface, it still has development. Like Go's initial resistance to the trading, and then once we get into the swing of things, and then them wanting to help the girl freaking doing the trade. Let's see here. I just want to. It's Koromi. Her name is, I think. Yeah, Koromi is her name.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she dressed herself up like perfect freaking cricket tune.
That boy.
And yet there is no cricket, but there's no actual cricket
Yeah,
tune in the
why is
fucking
there no
episode.
actual cricket?
Yeah,
tune?
that pisses me off.
I know.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like it'd be her main Pokemon.
And it turns
Yeah,
out
I
it was
fucking see
Heracross.
it.
Oh, it was Heracross.
Yeah, hair
It
cross.
made no fucking sense.
But it made you
She should have
happy,
a hair.
though.
But she
Yeah.
should have a hair cross costume then.
My thing.
Nah, that's not visually
I
appealing.
get it. I get because it's part of Go's character for the short term and things like that, and we needed the plot for the episode. But the fact that Go was so excited to go to the trading event, and then the split second he gets there, somebody asks him to trade, and he's like, "No, I can't do that." And I'm just like, bro,
The fuck are you doing?
how many Pokemon do you own that you give that much of a shit about? You can trade Metapod. Like, come on now, stop being an asshole.
Although, to be fair, I will say this, though. If I only had very few Mons in my game and somebody asked me for a trade and there are some Mons I love, I'm not giving those away, too.
But no, the problem is Go has 3 Dustox. He has like multiple Cocoon Pokemon. Like, he caught more than one. I think there was one Pokemon he caught more than one of, other than Dustox. I think Magikarp.
Yeah, too. The king of Carp and then the little mini Carp.
2 Magikarps. How come the split second when somebody asks to trade, he's got to like say, nah, I get it. They asked him to trade the one he only has one of. But, bro, you catch so many Pokemon with the mindset that I'm going to get all of them registered in the Pokedex. Why?
Oh, yeah, he does
why
have
would-
babies.
Yeah, it's for babies. So why? Oh, yeah. So why would you back down on the opportunity to literally get more Pokemon? In addition, and all you have to do is trade a Pokemon that you caught like last week, probably. But he catches Pokemon. He catches them so frequently. I didn't even think it would be an emotional trauma for him.
I would think though, like because since he's trying to catch all the Pokemon though, like I wonder if they're gonna try to implement him to trade more too, because it would make sense to reach his goal that way. But
catch the stronger Pokemon, yeah.
I guess an argument could be made by let's say freaking go wanting to keep all the Pokemon. You know, he's not like a touch trade person. He wants to have everything physically, like a living deck.
That just raises my suspicion. Why even show up to the trading center? What was the point?
Yeah, then he went in. Yeah, he went and traded to Heracross then because that's not his. He got traded.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, I get it. He compromises. He catches another one so he can just trade that. But it's like
that was plot convenient as fuck. By the way.
You want to know what was a weird plot convenience in my book? That battle.
Oh
yeah,
God.
that was so bad. What in the flying hell?
And it's worse.
They wanted to pay Maxwell Powers the $150.
Didn't she use Heracross in that fight?
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
and that's why
it's extra painful to show. Oh, Heracross is this badass. Gives Pikachu by a second, but he's still a badass. No. Keep looking. Oh, he's a badass. Trust me, please.
Look at the rest of the episode.
I got a question for you.
Look,
I got a question for you guys.
He beats me out.
No, I got a question for you guys though. Like ever since they with the whole Pokemon World Championships, like how many? I think was it just only like 2 or 3 battles that were like 2 versus 2? Because most of them are like cop outs, like 1 versus 1 for the most part.
Ash's fights, usually the ones that Ash, coincidentally, they're both on a bridge. The Ash fights that he has to do that are 1v1 are literally, they're usually just like non-known people. Like the Meganium one was a 1v1. The Electabuzz one was a 1v1. The Pokemon
Tauros.
Pikachu. The Tauros, yeah, that was the one. Thank you. Pikachu knocked that one out. That was a 1v1.
Okay, can I just also talk about one thing that was an error in this episode too? That really caught me off guard. It's Ash's ranking in this episode. Because
890?
He originally started off, if I recall correctly, in episode 30, I think his ranking was 901. But in this episode, I think it was 910, so that meant Ash had to have lost somewhere in between the fight.
Or maybe someone else ranked up higher.
Maybe not.
It was 890.
No, because what ends up happening is maybe new people come along and then he gets pushed down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Also, it prevents people from winning a bunch of battles and then stopping.
I kind of.
Because you gotta remember this, right? If you're in an online tournament, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you beat somebody and get a certain ranking. Other people can beat other people, and then they can move up in the rank, and then you drop.
Yeah, like if Ash stopped battling, his rank would go up. Well, like the number would go up, but his rank would go down. Obviously.
I kind of remember from the very first time that Pokemon World Championship was mentioned, like back in episode 18. I remember Biscuits kept looking at her phone and they're like, "Oh, there's no change in your rank." So I kind of remembered. That's what I ended up assuming with Ash's. Yeah, an update because they were kept constantly checking like their update with their ranking, so I would assume it wouldn't stay the same.
Maybe that's why they motivate themselves to fight a trainer to get back up to their rank.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, though. Yeah,
that's literally just like what happens in the video game too. Like in Sword and Shield, if you don't battle enough, then it just resets you back to blank.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I stated before, this battle was pretty.
Now, I will say that Terrell, you commented on finding that other pincer was like just plot convenience as fuck. It's plot convenience. That's true. But weirdly enough, the plot convenience is how most people solve their problems That's how most people solve their trading problems in real life. Okay, if I catch doubles, then I'll have a trade over. So I won't have to give up mine. I can just catch this nobody one in a second and then trade it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't want to give up my 5 IV. Oh, okay, I'll just grab this piece of shit with 0 and
and then just
throw it away. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what Go did. The pincer he caught has a personality of Bristol board, but the pincer that he has that's been with him is obviously I guess a girl, and I guess it's shy.
And very shy.
Yeah,
it'd be hilarious or more of a plot twist if it turns out it wasn't a girl though.
I would
love that. I would love that.
Cartoons have been doing that recently, so
I also want to mention. I loved freaking Heracross doing aerial ace. That fucking animation was amazing. I mean, to just see coming out of the horn and
like overall, like some of the moments in this episode are really clean,
really smooth.
It's just that the writing that's accompanying it sometimes doesn't live up to what's happening because
That sounds like the problem with 2019 as a whole. Maybe
you mean
I do
2020.
like that. I do like that they're showing the Morpeko gag a little bit more.
Okay,
And
is
showing
Morpeko supposed to be this new era of
I don't
Beware?
understand what the point
I
it
was gonna
is.
ask that.
it's their Team Rocket is the one that gets the Pikachu this generation, and I think it's bullshit, but it's also funny.
Yeah, to me it's like
the new Beware.
yeah, it's literally a bootleg Beware. I don't understand it because they're not doing anything with it. The reason why Beware was funny is because Beware was attached to Team Rocket. Morpeko's just sort of.
Morpeko's just stealing a shit.
My
Like,
guy was an asshole. He just
yeah,
like
he's
he just
stealing their food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the running joke is it's just a Pokemon that it's not with Team Rocket. It's literally parasitic. It's a parasitic.
that's what I'm gonna say right now. Parasite, like a parasite.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not like entertaining to watch.
Oh, it'll get old, obviously, but
yeah.
But as of right now, I think it's kind of cute. I like seeing.
Yeah, the moment they start shoving more of that, though, it can be a problem.
Yeah. If they make it excessive,
see, the reason why Beware worked is because whenever Beware would appear, there was always something new to accompany it. Like, for example, when Beware became Jesus and walked on water and just casually grabbed Team Rocket away. Or whenever, like, the Stuffle would come in and just grab the propeller of the helicopter and just spin it enough to where they could just fly away with that. Like a shit.
Or it turns into a motorcycle, which they actually made it into a Pokemon Kids toy.
I have the toy over here, actually.
Yeah, because I gave it to you.
Thank you for that, man. That toy's great. I love it. I also had like these Pokemon candies that I had initially planned to give everybody this year, but unfortunately, because none of us can meet up, I just have these candy boxes now stuck in my goddamn house here.
Well, and also they're probably expired.
Yeah, they're probably expired at this point. It's just expired candy sealed up, so don't eat the candy when you get it, guys.
I was gonna say, I just remind me of the time when KG opened up a box and ate the snacks that were inside. The minute he took a bite, he edits in the ambulance.
Oh man, I wish those clips were still available somewhere. I think it is available on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah. So, did anybody else have anything to say about the episode?
Well, the other thing I want to mention about the episode is the fact that even though we have like the Rocket's coming in with the Gasha stuff, it's just a mundane thing, woohoo, whatever. But
I know what I was gonna say. Sorry, TSS, you just gave me the trigger.
Well, you're welcome.
Sorry, you gave me the trigger. I hated how they used their Pokemon this episode. That shit pissed me off.
It's just used as a gag.
No, they got really strong bug Pokemon. And what happened? Oh, they're too busy eating the honey. Bitch!
I should thought of honey.
No, that's dumb. I hate it. I hated all of it. Because if you really wanted to show Heracross being a badass, fighting those would have been the thing. Not make it beat up Meowth and Wobbuffet. Oh.
Well, it was like the little goo thing stuff should not been there.
Yeah, people don't understand the Gasha machine until they actually come to a wall of them and actually drop $50.
Yeah, I mean the thing, like I liked the bug Pokemon they actually had, and yeah, it's really convenient. The bug episode Team Rocket winds up with the bug Pokemon, but they've been doing that for a while now. Where like, oh, they're at sea, they just happen to get sea Pokemon, but they're in a gotcha machine. What's stopping them from getting Golem and it just sinks into the water? Whatever, fuck it. Like they have been getting pretty convenient with the gotcha machine, but I was like really interested to see Heracross fight these Pokemon. And it doesn't even get that chance and ends up beating Meowth instead, which Meowth has been very active recently. I don't know if you guys...
It seems it seems weird and out of character.
Right, because Meowth's whole bit is that he's too lazy to do stuff himself, but he is good at manipulating people to do shit for him.
Yeah.
Case in point, Team Rocket, but...
He usually handles all the mechas and the plans.
Yeah,
it seems weirdly out of character.
The brains behind the operation.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird.
At least one thing, if we could got them to battle though, they could have just taken the plate, probably taken that plate away from them. But I guess they've probably been too scared to thinking those bug Pokemon would attack them.
Yeah, they would have killed them.
I still feel like the writers don't know what to do with them in this series. Like I love them in Sun and Moon.
100%. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I'm just giving out. I was like, yeah, just could just take to the plate and smack them like co-battle. Like then you get more.
Because I didn't think Team Rocket really needed to be in this episode. But the gimmick that brought me was
they're just here.
They've been kind of in pointless appearances lately, and it's kind of like dragging the episode down sometimes for me.
The gimmick of this episode
because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
The gimmick of this one is that since Morpeko ate all their food at the base, they have no choice but to just eat whatever is lying around.
Mm-hmm.
So they wind up eating the honey from the shit that they made. But I don't know. That's just a piss poor reason to bring them in the episode.
I can imagine by Christmas there's going to be an official Rocket Gasha toy, and I will buy it just to spite people.
Well, I was
yeah, he's gonna spite him.
But yeah. Other than that, I like Korami as a personality wise. At first, I thought she was annoying, but I started getting used to her. I wouldn't mind her as a reoccurring.
Yeah, I don't mind her as a reoccurring character, but she's not going to be. That's my problem.
Well, she's in the Pokemon World Champion, so I figured
that means nothing.
Oh, I know it means nothing, but
do you think I trust the writers well enough? The answer is no.
Oh, hold on. They brought Electabuzz Man back, all right?
That means very little to me.
Hold on.
Also, they'll
make a little cameo when they go to Sinnoh.
So I think they probably brought him back because he's from Vermilion City. So.
Also, they're not consistent, so I don't trust that.
Yeah, no. For me, being in the World Championships was really their way of getting her involved because it was their weird way of getting Ash involved into this episode too. Because
this could have been a Go Solo episode, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they already gave it to him. It's like.
Have another one. The first one that he had was really good. Give him another one.
He's all the ones he can get. Shit, as far as I'm concerned. Because weirdly, this is a Go episode, but it has nothing to do with him for real. It's his Pokemon that are taking the spotlight.
But yeah, you know how you mentioned like she could possibly come back though. If they did you mention about them going to Sinnoh and then running into her again to catch the Sinnoh bug Pokemon?
Not even just that. She could probably just make a cameo because I don't, like Terrell said, I don't trust the writers enough. Well, for when Go gets there, he'll catch like it's like one fucking bug Pokemon and leave while Ash does all the work.
Yeah, just to be honest, like this season's unpredictable, so we can't. Yeah,
they've just been super inconsistent.
Yeah,
I just it's. Like you guys said, it's average at best. Oh, Polly. They showed another Polly in this episode. They showed Wag.
They did show Wag.
Yes. I noticed that.
Yeah, I think Journeys is going on its way to make sure it doesn't miss an episode.
No, like Sun and Moon had a Polly line in almost every episode.
Well,
so.
here's the thing. One of the animation directors, her favorite Pokemon is Miju, and that's why we fucking saw it in the fucking car randomly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was on Pokenchi, where when Shokotan was drawing for the Sun and Moon finale.
But here's
they showed her wearing.
It could be because Satoshi Tajiri's favorite Pokemon is.
Now here's my positive. Here's my positive. And somebody pointed this out way earlier in the chat, and I should have talked about it then. I like that Heracross got proper showcase in this episode. I think this
Heracross by getting its ass whooped by Pikachu in 20 seconds.
No.
We don't ignore that. We don't ignore that. I ignore that.
we don't ignore that.
That's plot convenience.
Axe the Pikachu fight out because Ash had to win, I guess, or whatever. If you axe that part out, it's really cool. It really shows off how strong it is. It knows how strong it is. And unfortunately, that's more than we saw out of Ash's Heracross because the minute he caught it, he kept it for like a few episodes, transferred it back.
Man, he beat a Magmar. I'm taking it as a W.
Oh, right? he also helped beat Darkrai. I know what you're talking about. But
yeah, don't put respect on my man's name. How dare you?
No, he's a badass. He's a badass. I know.
How dare you?
The problem is, and this is what somebody in the comments said, it's good. Go's Heracross is going to get more screen time than Ash's. That's the unfortunate future we face.
Oh yeah, it's already going to be in every single episode because of the opening already.
The opening.
Yeah, it's already going to be in more episodes just because of the opening alone.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I'm glad for that, if anything, because I want to get to know some of Go's Pokemon. Like, I don't want it just to be Like, it's just boring if he just catches everything and we just never really get to spend time with any of them.
It just becomes a bigger issue the moment that more enter the scene.
Yeah.
It's just something that unfortunately Go's character has to suffer with, because Go has to suffer through two things. One, capturing every single Pokemon in probably less than 3 years, if we're gonna go by the gimmicks 3-year timeline for Pokemon, before the next generation comes in. And secondly, Go's capturing Pokemon that fans wanted Ash to get, like Flygon.
Yeah.
That just makes me mad.
When is Ghost supposed to get Flygon? Is it like 3 weeks from now or 2?
I don't care.
I think it's next month though.
Yeah, my excitement for Flygon went out the window the moment I learned it was going to go. I was like,
yeah, when it went to Go, that automatically.
Yeah, my excitement went from 100 to 0 real quick.
Well, then sucks to be you, because I will enjoy it.
Oh no, you can enjoy however you want.
Yeah, let's say TSS. I don't want to take it away from you. I'm just saying, I prefer the better character get it.
I can say this: they're doing a really quick job to make sure that Go has some competent, powerful Pokemon on his team now.
But why is he equal to Ash at this?
Yeah, what's the point of him having it? He's not going to do anything.
Also, fun fact for this episode: this is one of the first episodes to actually, freaking long fucking time where we actually have a Korean studio work on it.
Oh, is that true?
Really?
Yeah, that is true, because we have Lee Jong-il. Whatever.
Oh, okay. So I did not know that actually. That's
we have a new studio. It's Echo.
The Dolphin.
So that's the name of the studio. The studio's name is Echo. So we have a new Korean animation studio. KJ Studio has also done it in this series, but it's a new studio, Echo. So they did new animation.
I see somebody talking about the Grookey thing. Let me see. Lar J says here, honestly, the only mon I really want Ash to get at this point is a Grookey. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because a while ago I was talking to one of my buddies here on Twitter and on Discord. Some folks might know him already as Arky200 or Palrog on social media, Twitter. But we were talking a little bit, and he brought up a really, really cool point I wanted to talk about regarding the reasoning as to why, as of this moment, Go has both Sobble and, of course, Reboot. I was going to say, what was it, Scorbunny or whatever it was? But yeah, why he has those two Pokemon. And this is what he had to say. Now, I finally found out as to why Go has both Reboot and Sobble. The two starter lines are pretty much reflections of his overall character at the moment. Go is a guy who's incredibly passionate about his profession of catching, and his name literally means to move from one place to another. Cinderace is also incredibly passionate, and its kicking skills, and much like any football player, it's constantly moving around. Meanwhile, Sobble and Drizzile represent Go's overall intelligence and his introverted nature. And looks like Ash did to him is going to need to get to some... let me see here. Oh yeah, he's just talking about how like the chameleon needs to come out of its shell to experience new things, such as Inteleon. Of course, Inteleon was a Pokemon that came out of its personality that it was stuck in, and you saw it now as a sniper as it is. Yeah, they also mentioned how the final evolutions for both of those Pokemon are also focused on precise or precision, such as for Pyro Shot or Pyro Ball for Cinderace and Snipe Shot for Inteleon. So maybe that's the reason why Go has those Pokemon. And then we start talking a little bit about the Grookey line in particular. And actually, he was also talking about you a little bit as well, TSS, saying that he thinks that you would also like this theory here because, Go's character and all. But he also says here that this was an idea as to why Go has these two Pokemon, because they act as Go's reflection that's kind of going in right now. And that's why he predicts that the grass monkey Pokemon, Grookey, is someone that's probably not going to go for Go's side, but rather belong to Ash, because he states here that Grookey is kind of the idiot of the bunch and sort of throws itself into battles. Its final evolution move...
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's a monkey. Its final evolution's move also focuses on just slowing down at the opponent. So... yeah, this is something that he brought up, and personally to me, when I saw about that, I was like, that makes sense. I also would find it interesting as well, just because Ash is gonna have another slow mon at that point if he gets Rillaboom.
I want to go back to the episode for a bit. High Prob actually makes a great point.
Sure.
Marina Eichholz actually didn't actually fucked up Heracross's typing on the readout. She only mentioned that Heracross is a bug type, even though it's a fighting type too. But even though the Rotom phone actually showed the correct icons, Marina did not say fighting type.
Now Chet's saying about Rillaboom not being slow. Yeah, I know. It's just more so I don't know how exactly that can transition into like the animation style. You know what I mean? It's hard to kind of predict how a character can animate in the show because of just the size that it is, Rillaboom.
I always thought just keep like Rillaboom would have the drum on him, but he would like tie it on him.
Yeah, like it'll be like something that like it can just lunge out and then pull it right back. You know, so he can stay in place and then just keep throwing his giant ass log at the Pokemon and then just whip it right back.
One thing I do like about Pokemon in the anime is that they utilize like their body parts in different ways. Like Oshawott using the Scout Chip as a sword is literally the coolest thing I've seen in my life.
Yeah, it's actually nice. And I think that might be why Oshawott stayed as an Oshawott for a while.
Yeah. So much to the point where like its move sounded cool in Best Wishes, like Michibata, shut up. And I was like, that's cool. And he'd slice stuff up. So much to the point where I guess Sarah Natachini got confused because it's called Razor Shell in America, but she accidentally called it Shell Blade on one of the episodes.
I think that might have just been
but then again, you got to remember that the quality check is, the Greninja shit.
The Greninja shit. And that's true where Poke uses its frubbles and stuff. Like, I like when Pokemon actually utilize their body parts and parts of moves and stuff. So I could see Rillaboom like tying the drum to him, and when he needs to use it, he can just turn the drum around and then just start banging on it or something. I don't know. I get it. I get what you're saying, KG, where traditionally holding a drum in the middle of battle isn't ideal. So I couldn't see Rillaboom being very effective in battle, but Ash has shown that he can not evolve a Pokemon that winds up just as competent, aka Gibble. So he could probably just evolve it in Thwacky and call it a day.
No, we're gonna get another Pig Mac situation.
Rillaboom, right? Mad at something, just beat the shit out of somebody with a drum.
I just want to go, here comes the boom.
Fucking just I think other than X and Y, you know what I'm saying? I think other than X and Y, this is Ash's one team, with the exception of Pikachu, that if it's fully evolved, that's fine. And because I think he didn't fully evolve everything in Alola, because by the time Torracat evolved, it didn't get any fighting time as Incineroar.
I want to see now, thinking about this. I want to see a scene in the show. If they do this, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. But I would love to see Galarian Farfetch use his Leak to whack on Rillaboom, and then Rillaboom will respond with a big ass tree log and just whack that shit right back at him, and just flatten Farfetch at that point.
Yeah, he's a spiteful.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you whacking me, son of a boom, right then and there.
I was thinking of logs. They kept saying Ash got nerfed because he didn't. I'm like, guys, this log's way bigger than the one he threw in Hoenn.
Yeah, I know. He's
not big enough.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have his 6 abs like in the figurines, man. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but
the thing is though, it's like, well, if he could carry Hippopotas, which is like 50 kilograms.
Oh, and he also carried what was it? The evolution of Cosmog as well.
Yeah, also Trampage. He had Trampage on his shoulder, and that's like 80-something kilograms.
He had Fletchinder on his arms.
I didn't realize Trampage was that heavy.
It's because he's not taking the gyms this time around. That might be why.
And then I remember Larvitar too. Larvitar's heavy.
Oh yeah, Larvitar was in his bag the whole time.
Yeah.
Pokemon anime is stupid in terms of actual factual.
Hell, and X and Y, Fletchinder was on his arms, and Fletchinder weighs hell.
Also, wasn't there a point in DP where he literally just jumps from one side of the cliff to the other?
Yeah,
I just recently witnessed that.
Yeah, it's an anime, guys. Stop questioning the logic.
He wanted to do what the guy at the 145th Street station wanted to do, jump between the tracks, but the guy failed, and Satoshi actually did something. Did the fucking long jump.
I mean, Paul does a perfect backflip.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
So everyone, I think, is exempt in that series.
I think everyone's part normal type Pokemon, like the theory said.
But guys, Paul touched the hearts of millions that day. I don't see what the problem is.
Speaking of which,
Go on.
Okay.
In a few days,
Yes.
we have a special anniversary coming up.
Wait, what?
10 years.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
I'm confused.
I mentioned it. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I tweeted about this like yesterday.
Yeah, only fans who know about what happened 10 years ago would know what exactly what she's referring to.
Wouldn't that be when 10 years ago? That'd be Best Wishes?
No.
Prior.
Before
MP.
What did I just bring up?
Oh yeah, the end of Diamond and Pearl. I'm dumb.
Close.
Okay.
No, because the end of
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl wouldn't be in the middle of August.
No.
So I don't know what happened.
Remember, the ending happens like
there you
around,
go.
yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
Paul.
Well, this is anticlimactic.
Sorry.
To be
I know,
fair,
I-
it's-
As someone who didn't watch, I didn't watch Diamond and Pearl.
I actually
barely.
just watched. I just recently watched yesterday Ash versus Paul match. So it was so nice to relive it again.
I watched it over again because we were watching the league matches together at one point, and I gotta say that Drapion was a fucking problem.
Yeah, it was a problem.
To be fair, Drapion's a problem in the game too.
Yeah, but this was obnoxious.
No, this is obnoxious.
I think it wiped out 4 of Ash's Pokemon.
Actually, 3.
Oh, it felt like 4. Like this
it
thing
almost
was-
knocked out one, yeah.
It felt like 4 because you can't count, man.
Yeah,
Just
that thing
spread
was-
things on the ground.
Yeah, that thing was whipping.
Toxic spikes.
Also, one thing I kind of
Yeah.
noticed for that
Tired.
fight there too is like I didn't realize like how much abilities was so much used in this in DP.
Well, I mean,
Well,
this
yeah.
is when they were introduced in.
They were introduced in Gen 3, but in this gen, like
They
Gen
weren't
4,
used until Gen.
You know,
4.
it almost felt like as
Yeah.
if the writers were like hardcore battlers of the games itself, and they just implemented
they
that
were.
into the.
yeah, hence Paul.
And
like,
then also some of like some of the strategies that Ash used in that battle too. It is like I wish you could do that in the games, but you can't. Like the
Yeah,
way,
why can't I tell
where
my
Inferno-
Pikachu to
Yeah, but
dodge?
then the game would be broken. Anime logic does not translate
No, especially
well into games.
especially for example, Infernate is able to use flare. I think it's flare blades, right in the
Flare
freaking
Blitz.
ground to get rid
You
of.
mean
toxic
Flare
spikes.
Blitz?
Torch,
Yeah.
Flare Blitz.
I guess it's the Japanese version gave me because I watched. The
Wait, he
Japanese
gets to use it. Wait, he used it as what? I didn't hear the rest of the.
Paul released the toxic spikes into the battlefield.
Oh,
and
I
so
know
then-
when he uses it underground.
Yeah, use it underground to get
Yeah,
rid of the toxic spikes. I was like, I wish
that's
you
bullshit.
did that in the game.
Yeah,
but
that's
of course you
anime.
can't.
That's anime bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just so
But-
weird though that it was that long ago. Like I remember coming home from school this was when I was still in high school. I was a sophomore. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you were in
And I
high
remember
school.
watching it like when I came home and I was so excited. It's just like amazing when you remember like those special moments exactly.
I
where
was
you
in and
were.
out of Diamond and Pearl, so I would literally only watch it. Like I once Ash got a badge, I wouldn't watch it for gaps, like for weeks.
That sounds somewhat similar to my experience.
And then because it came on Cartoon Network, but it came on like ass crack early in the morning, and like I wasn't ready to get up that many times. So one time I was just like, I'll see what Ash is up to. He made it to the league, and I think he was fighting Paul, and I think I was like in episode 2 of him fighting Paul. So I went back to watch episode 1 on a website, and then I went all the way through, and that's how I wound up seeing it like every morning on.
I actually had to raw of that episode. So I remember I was able to download it to my computer and watched it.
Yeah.
But I actually don't remember. I think I was probably with either with the Pika more likely or not. I have some other friends I used to associate more often than we were never would. How much we would talk about that episode so much. But I can't. I actually don't remember exactly what I was doing that moment, to be honest.
Yeah, unfortunately, my nostalgia for DB is very.
Yeah, I literally would just be like,
we
oh,
know.
It diminished
mine was
in the
like-
final year.
I love watching. Oh, wow, it's funny to me. when she said it.
mine was
She's like-
literally like,
She's like, yes, we know.
2 out of the 6 people in here, the energy suck the energy out of DP. So I wasn't expecting anything.
That's a
Yeah,
third.
we can talk to you, if you want to talk to you about X and Y for a few minutes and have
Oh
that.
yeah, that'd be great. Because apparently the Kalos League, the infamous moment, I think also happened. So we could also. That's my retaliation, Tyrone.
Wait, what the fuck did I do?
You like X and Y. That's what you did.
I let all the others pass, but what the fuck did I I said nothing.
Tyrone,
Let's see. Ash loses the Kalos League. August 18th.
I said
I love how we went straight to you.
It's the date in Japan already.
Yeah, it is.
I win. I knew it.
I didn't know where this conversation went, but I loved everything about it.
10 out of
Tyrone's
10.
bad because there was random aggression thrown at him and probably didn't
August
just.
18th,
I'm catching
2016.
Pokemon minding my fucking business. Like what?
She turned
Ain't my
her,
business.
She got her revenge.
Yes.
I'm
I'm
to be
waiting.
quite honest though, that doesn't bother me.
Tyrone's just genuinely confused at the situation. Like, what the fuck did I even do?
You didn't have enough excitement for this wonderful, beautiful 10-year anniversary of the most iconic
And
moment.
it took a year to get to this fight in Diamond and Pearl.
I don't care.
It wasn't worth the wait.
10 years
worth the
later,
wait.
I'm still going to say that, yeah.
Hey, I know.
Happy
I
10th
got-
anniversary. Should have been 11th
I don't
anniversary, not 10th.
I got an idea though.
What?
I was like, we should watch the Paul versus Ash on the
No,
anniversary.
not with this group.
Again?
Now with this group, you hear that, folks?
Again?
We watched it a few months
like,
ago.
What was that, like less than
We
a
watched
year
it.
ago?
For the league
Watched
match.
it yesterday. I don't care to watch it again. I liked it.
I don't care to
Yeah.
rewatch it. That
I know
many
you don't
fucking
care,
times.
but I'll watch it with Paul.
Right,
Like, it
me,
seems like he's
Kevin,
like one of the few who cares.
Nessa, and TSS will.
He's like,
Why did I get excluded? It's a good fight.
No, we don't want.
We don't want X and Y stands.
Actually, no. I just realized how bad that looked. Oh no.
That's racist.
Oh no, I just excluded Tyrone. Oh no.
She excluded the two black people.
Oh, shit.
First off,
Welcome, Horizon.
Holly didn't do that on purpose. It was
Welcome to the PokePod, where we love each other.
Tyrone's being a white
Oh my
apologist.
god, I froze emojis.
All right, well, I guess I'm canceled before I even get
Hey,
off the
listen, I
road.
was already canceled at the start of the pod. Now you joined me for the cancel.
10 out of 10 best podcasts ever. We go.
I became Polly's worst enemy, and I did absolutely nothing.
You did.
Tyrone
you
wins
did
by
wrong.
doing absolutely
You
nothing.
came from the wrong place, buddy.
Not liking Dawn, not liking DP, not liking the fight.
I didn't say shit. Terrell's the one that
Not-
and then magically you were like Tyrone over here, and I'm like,
I
what?
know. At least to make you happy.
I am immune,
Polly.
Tyrone. I'm immune.
It's fine.
Hey, Polly, to make you happy though,
Maybe I'm
I think today I
immune to the way you
recently
stand
released
me
my
all the time.
my favorite episode update, and then apparently this was number 1 on my in season 13.
This is double
Good.
worse because I
Yeah,
actually
so-
like double worse because I actually like Ash versus Paul. Oh, what the fuck?
You can't simp for X and Y and not appreciate
Oh my
their
god.
battle.
What the fuck?
Well, I was not expecting that tonight.
I didn't know I was only allowed to like one thing.
Sakui loves it.
10 out of 10. This is fucking
She's
stupid,
like-
bro.
I love
Episode
it.
of the year.
This is fucking stupid, bro.
Well, I haven't talked the whole stream, so
You've been drinking, haven't you?
no.
She took her
I was
aggression
drinking.
out.
I was drinking milk and eating a cinnamon bun.
Oh, look at her being so.
Look at that cute little world.
Hot cross buns. Anyway.
Jesus, are you
Goes
talking
with the
about
swirl.
food still?
But that's the
Pe-
one.
people can be hungry at midnight.
Are we done pulling me out of nowhere and fucking giving me shit?
Hold on, we got 14 minutes left, Tyrone.
Yeah, I say. But what I heard,
60.
I heard Serena. Hey, bro, I heard Serena was a bad character.
I'm trying to complete the Pokedex so that fucking frog can teach me how to shiny hunt. I'm not business. Terrell's dissing Diamond and Pearl, and she's like, Tyrone here, and I'm like, huh?
Because
Please me, like what the
Terrell's also not the one who forced me into a Dawn discussion.
Oh!
Hold on.
I
Shit.
I I picked you out of all people to watch Diamond and Pearl with, and this is how you treat me.
Because you need somebody to watch it with you so that you don't.
I said I'd give it a chance. Meanwhile, Terrell's like, I don't really care to watch Diamond and Pearl again.
Ooh, hi, Prof. I don't know how to feel about that.
It's
statement.
called being an individual, Tyrone. You were being a sheep. You were being a sheep, Tyrone.
Turn to me.
You were being a sheep.
The irony though, High Prof, is that I loved Ash versus Sawyer.
Yeah, High Prof says Ash versus Sawyer sucked.
like,
that was the only good league
one of my
fight,
favorite
man. What are you
girls
talking about?
I actually like Alon's fight too. I know he lost, but it's still a cool fight.
No, there was some bullshit in that fight. Let's be real here.
The talent limit should alone beat that a lot of fights.
Yeah, that's the highlight of the fight, but that doesn't save the fight, man. I'm sorry.
No, people gotta remember that Charizard fight was good with Greninja. They had a good battle. I love the part where Charizard uses Thunder Punch. I love the part where he uses Thunder Punch and Greninja uses Water Shuriken.
I kind of feel like we're crazy B, but I actually like the Sawyer versus Ash fight a little better.
Well, yeah, that one visually.
See, that's a good poll right there, Evie. I agree. Now we should make a poll.
I'm
just chilling in the corner. That's all I'm doing. I'm just relaxing.
Oh, you're not off the hook, Terrell.
Thank you.
I don't know why the fuck I was on the hook.
Because she forgot to deposit the 50 cents.
No, because he's bait made. You're just too good of bait. That's what it is.
I feel like the sleeping cat that was doing absolutely nothing, and then somebody threw a fucking baseball bat at me.
I was
because you would be dead if that was the case, right? You're that more resilient than that.
I agree. There'll be bloodshed.
I feel like I need to make this relevant.
You know, you could just make a poll on this and just see what people
Bug
say.
Girl was
no.
Oh, Kamori.
I think Tara wants an apology.
What?
I'm not apologizing.
What?
Yeah!
Oh.
Jesus! What did I do?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You guys are killing me
this
today.
magic moment. The Polly's son, the Tyrone.
Paul, you had one option and you just said fuck all that, and I was like, bro.
Thank you, High Prof.
But now she doesn't care.
Be the king I know.
Literally, Paul, you know what? Tyrone, you know what the equivalent of that was? That was like getting rejected by a girl and then her walking off with her new man. It's like, what? What just happened?
Don't worry, Brock. You'll find plenty of girls to reject you.
Oh Lord,
Tyrone, go back to your game. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll pull you back in
Message
later.
redacted. Message redacted.
Because I'm afraid if I come back, I'm gonna be put on the fucking stake.
Listen. I apologize. I didn't realize she was gonna be this reckless. This late.
It's been a while since we've shaded.
Delay.
I think you just like shading right now. I think she's
Shaded X and Y. I needed to get that out.
Yeah, she's in one of her moods right now, Tyrone. So don't mind her. I guess it might be a whirl thing. I don't know what the fuck.
You know, we're gonna start talking
it's
about
when the whirlpool goes counterclockwise. That's what it is. Don't mind.
Hold on. If we're gonna start talking about like all this stuff, do you guys want to talk about that silly thing that was happening earlier today about the opening poll that was going on?
Oh.
Can we just like talk about before we go into that? We still have another thing to do, and that is talk about the preview.
There was a preview.
Yes.
Yeah.
B.
Oh yeah. I want Ash to lose. I want him to lose.
No, I know he's gonna lose for a fact.
Oh, he's probably gonna lose.
Yeah, I want Riolu to be rearranged into one of those soft pretzels, like.
Tyrone,
but think about it this way. Imagine, folks. I'm gonna say this right now. We get the Lucha Bowl fucking theme from Miyazaki next week.
You're gonna place the Lucha Bowl on the Pokemon that's not Ash's? No.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair.
It would be kind of
that's about as much disrespectful as Ash needs to be. And honestly, I would love that though. TSS.
I low-key want to hear it again. I like that.
Yeah,
song.
I like that song.
What you want to see? You want to hear while he beats
and plus,
Ash?
hey, they have access to his music, so why not?
Because they played with Karina.
Because that would sound logical, and this show isn't about that.
So yeah,
I guess Richie's like super
the
excited.
preview overall. What more can I say? Is I like B. Yeah,
Waifu.
yeah, waifu.
I just
They
say
actually animated
the
her
Ultimate
justice.
Karate Master looks like Ryu, so cool.
So yeah, aside from that though, congratulations to somehow 1-2-3 for winning as best Japanese opening of all goddamn time comparing to all 20+ openings we've had prior to this one.
Sounds about right.
You
don't get it, but
you know how it is.
I loved 1, 2, 3. I just
I can't count that.
I can roll. Well, if you want to be, if I want to be completely honest, in terms of like the instrumentation and feel, I could probably tie it with BF and then the Psycho Everyday Band version in terms of the energy, the amount of energy. But that's only in the new one in the drop key.
Oh, you
in
not the
major.
Soraro X Mafu Mafu one?
No, because like I said, it doesn't have it. The impact is different.
Yeah, okay, I will agree with you on that one. Which stating, once again, I'm gonna state this again. I need a full version of the remix that we got. God damn, I wanna hear the full version. It sounds so good. This one, I want to hear the moments where it's gonna be good if they do release one.
I'm just so surprised XYZ didn't win.
No, I'm happy that it lost, especially to one particular series.
Oh, good, KG.
Hell yeah.
More hate.
I'm going to bed. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I feel like this got really dark, and I don't know how this went.
Nah, don't worry. We got 7 minutes left, so we're good. We're good.
I feel bad. I feel genuinely bad about
fair,
what just happened.
To be fair, they just ask like random people, so like, and especially have that huge following, so that it's like that's why they were able. So probably their followers probably more.
You want to know why I'm
opening.
happy X, Y, and Z lost? Because it beat out Battle Frontier literally in the beginning. And I'm like, nah, that's illegal right there. That's not gonna happen for real. Not in our shoes. No, hell no. So that's why I'm happy it got knocked out by 1-3 of all openings.
And also, it's like the most current too, so that's probably why everyone's fresh in their minds.
Yeah, exactly. How did XYZ win that one? Exactly. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Battle Frontier is superior to XYZ.
Why are you giggling?
Yes.
What's wrong?
Hey, look, guys, I got an image here that says KG lost his honk privileges.
I can't right now.
Well, if you look at the link, it says stylish, thoughtful Falcon Stinky Cheese.
No,
Is this the clip you posted right now?
That's the clip. Yeah.
Somebody watch it.
Hold on a second. Let me just.
Somebody watch it.
What is?
I'm confused.
Hold on a second. Look.
Watch the video. Watch the link I posted.
I will. Give me a second.
Tyrone is dead again.
Yes.
Yo, this shit's hilarious.
What the fuck
happened
is
to
this?
this poor lad? Oh my god!
Like,
If you're a SpongeBob fan, that shit is fucking. That shit is priceless.
Hold on a second. We got to see it.
Why do we turn into a wind modem?
You know why, don't you?
All right, let's go take a look at this clip. Hold on a second. What's going on here?
Oh my god, don't put it on.
I'm gonna just play this shit on stream. Let me see what's going on.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Put your pussy on the phone, Karen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's good shit.
Oh yeah. That's that good shit.
Watch the clip, Polly, and then you'll understand.
I am, but I don't understand.
Did you hear the first line? No. Remember if you hear the first line he says, everything else makes sense.
Put your pussy on the phone, Karen.
Oh.
That first line ruined me, bro.
But why is it in front of the game?
I don't know why it's in front of the game. I don't care about that.
I think I know why. They were probably like us, like how we screw around and do impressions.
Yo, Richie, what the fuck?
Yeah, some part of the Twitch staff, we can't allow you to show this type of content to the kids. Take down your channel tomorrow.
It's the weirdest episode of the PokePod ever.
it is.
That shit is gold, bro. I can't even quote it.
On the phone, Karen.
I was gonna.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's that good shit.
There's only one problem. There's only one problem.
To put it into maximum overdrive.
No, there's only one. No, there's only one problem. He only connected at 33.6, not 56K.
Bro.
Wait, did it get banned?
No, of course
I don't
not.
think.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, that shit.
The dumbest episode.
Trust me,
ever.
we've had
Bro.
worse moments where we said shit
Bro.
on stream.
That is the best.
Well, hey, if you want, if you really want that shit, go listen to like the Village People song "Sex Over the
Oh
Phone."
my!
I don't care, bro. That joke hit so hard just because if you're a SpongeBob fan, you know why it's funny. For
You know
those
why?
who,
Yeah, because Karen.
Yeah, I'm not.
yeah, if you don't know, okay, so Plankton is married to a computer AI, so. And the computer AI is called Karen. So in the beginning, when he says, "Put your pussy on the phone,
Put your
Karen,"
pussy on the phone, Karen.
and then all you hear is like
The internet.
noise,
fucking wind modem dialing shit.
It's just like what the fuck? That's perfect. That's 100%.
I think it just
That's one of
works
those
better
moments-
because the Fall Guys is also in the background, which makes no sense.
The Fall Guys is a weird backdrop, but the whole joke.
It's probably because they were talking and joking around and recording like we do while playing the game.
And then someone was like, someone just thought, let's do this tonight. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That good shit.
Shit, man.
That's some good shit, Karen.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
You guys,
Somebody call 911.
And thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, just cut it off,
I
bro.
think this is a perfect opportunity for us.
Yeah, these
I gotta
guys
go
go to bed.
I gotta go to bed. That's stupid. That shit was dumb.
Now I can hear the fucking wind modem shit in your sleep.
Oh, Karen, get out of my bed.
Huh?
If I hear the Windows modem in my sleep, that means she's in the bed. That means my computer is a Karen. No, that's a whole nother problem.
Oh God, Plankton.
Joe, she talks in binary.
Yeah. 0001 Plankton.
0, 0.
0.
You got mail.
Hey, let's not bonzu, buddy.
Mail
I know. I
sent.
was like,
Oh my
so,
god.
Apparently, this is random. So, like, actually, this entire time I've been playing.
You're assuming this podcast isn't random.
No, Pokemon Shield the entire time, and then I got 7 shinies from Surprise Trade.
That
Holy shit,
surprised me.
that's a good
Yeah,
run.
that was that.
Wonder
That's
Trade
a
Yeah,
good
What
I
is
ass
it?
wasn't
run,
even
man.
Yeah, so while you guys were talking, I was just trading.
Man, my chest hurts.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh my
I
God.
got Terrell's one of the
While we evacuate the phlegm out of Terrell's lungs, we want to say thank you very much for watching.
Oh my goodness.
Happy Blasco Burn Day. Wait, what?
Yeah, today is the day
yeah.
the Barasta Bun happens.
Just move on.
Wait,
Oh,
really?
no? I don't know. Actually, let's take a look online. Let's,
Let's look at this
Terrell,
one time before we leave.
yeah, let's look at
Oh,
this so we
Terrell,
can bring
Terrell, you
Tyrone
might
back.
like this one though.
What? What's up?
I'll post it on Messenger. Like,
Okay. I need to lay down. That's crazy.
Don't leak our fucking secrets.
I didn't think that was so
What
fucking funny.
secrets?
That shit was so late.
Wait, 12 p.m.? Oh, we're up at noon. Okay, cool.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I missed my job.
Again?
I've
Oh,
canceled
I
work
see.
for worse.
Wait, what's the ability, Nessa?
huge power.
Wow, guys, it
Okay,
was a
fine,
perfect
fine.
time to talk about X and
Wait.
Y. It literally happened
Wait,
on the
it is
day.
today.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody!
exactly.
It's Hate X and Y Day.
Hashtag should have won.
I don't care. I'm
How many
actually
years has it been?
exhausted
It's been
now.
4 years now since that's happened.
4 fucking years.
I was in that one. I remember. I was in Cali
I was
when
fucking
I
tilted.
watched that fight.
Wait, what fight?
The Gash versus the Green
Ash versus
Alon fight, the finale.
Alon. Yeah, the Alon fight.
That's the whole point of why I mentioned it. Did nobody know
Well,
that?
to be fair, it wasn't
Yeah,
midnight
yeah, I
at that time
understand.
yet.
But yeah, that one I.
Tyrone heard you
right?
say it, but he
Cali.
was still angry. Tyrone heard you say it, but he
I'm
was still
not angry
with
at
you.
all. I'm confused.
No, Tyrone, you're just run with the joke, bro. Jeez. Actually, you went against the fucking comedy rule. The one you fucking sent me in the messenger. Move on. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
We're gonna have to resuscitate Tyrell in about 5 minutes.
Although,
Don't touch me.
Sterile.
Jesus Christ, man.
Do not revive. No.
Do not revive.
All right, there's only one way to go and wrap things up then for the night.
Yes, indeed.
All right, so let me just go and slap this image right here on stream. Here you go, guys. Local boy loses leg again. There you go.
Let's
Oh yeah!
All right, so.
Oh shit!
Thank you and good night.
Yeah.
Okay, KG, do the spiel.
Yep, everybody, once again, thank you guys so much for being with us here tonight. We hope you had a blast, especially with the last 20 minutes of the stream here.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it was fun just hearing everybody just ramble on and have a good time for tonight. So if you guys enjoyed, of course, as always, make sure to follow us here. Make sure to follow everybody that's on the call here in the link down below. You can go and check that out for everybody. And anything else I'm missing off the top of my head? No, I think everything's from there. But Tyrone, are you going to be doing anything for streaming tomorrow? I know you normally.
We're gonna have a chill stream 2 hours before we start recording, so it's literally up to.
All right, whatever you say, though, I'll try to see if I can join you for now and then as well.
Yeah, whatever the universe entails is what we'll.
All right, so if you haven't yet, ladies and gentlemen, to follow Tyrone, you could also check him out there as well as Insane Game Freak, H Trades. Thank you for following Raj Rolls, and our friend Richie here as well, who just happened to join the last minute. They should be in the bottom section down below in the recommendations. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us here tonight, and we hope you guys had a fun session for tonight. We'll talk with all you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody, and as always, have yourself an awesome day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Greninja, wash your fucking hands.